Yeah, that was it. That was all I needed, right? Exactly. Where I'm just like, well,
Okay, man. Let's talk about analytics of games like that. Let's talk about Alien Fireteam. Like how many players is that game getting now?
there were times. Oh, I love that game too, though, and it should. The only reason I didn't come back to it is because they did make more levels, man. That was it. I wanted more levels, so they were just like, "Here's like 2 more, 3 more classes," and I was like, "Give me another level," and they're just like, "Here's more classes," and I was like, "This is not what I'm asking for." Felt like my kid, but I'm like, "Give me the ball," and he's like, "I got a box," you know.
Box? No, the ball. Box?
Right, but that's
But I got a box.
that's the game you're describing, where it's just like I just want to shoot aliens.
Oh yeah, no, and I love that game.
Aliens.
Yeah, and I love that game, hands down. Like I spent like 60, 70 hours in that game. Like I played the fuck out of it. It's great.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I played the living shit out of that game, like 100%.
Right, but there's no story to it. Like,
Oh no, there's totally a story
There's-
to it. There is actually a story to it. If you've, if you know the Blade Runner fucking / Aliens world, it's Aliens 3. It's that story. You are a fire team clearing out shit, clearing out a ship, and there is totally story there. I mean, it's not like profound. It's not gonna change your life or anything. It's fucking shoot aliens, but you know, it's there.
Get there, clear out this shit. Oh shit,
Basically,
things went wrong.
yeah,
Get back
exactly,
to the ship.
yeah.
Get back to the ship.
Like, well, you go there and you're supposed to be like finding another team, and you find like pieces of them basically and shit like that. Like, but yeah, there is story. You actually, in a lot of the story is like background kind of shit done in the sense that it's like, you know, here's a Promethean Wayland discovery, you know, which does require you to fucking understand the whole. Aliens, Blade Runners.
to have seen all of Aliens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like it's made for fans for sure. And it's like the Evil Dead game that came out. It came out recently. Like you wouldn't play that if you'd never watched it.
The Evil Dead game that just came out is just Dead for Daylight. That's all it is.
Yeah, but with fucking Evil Dead skins for Evil Dead fans. Which again, you wouldn't
Yeah.
play that if you've never.
Well, Dead for
played it.
Daylight did have Evil Dead skins, but now it's even better and fancier.
Maybe now they're just like, yo, it's straight up. We were like, yo, we're just gonna make our own game. Blackjack and hookers.
They only had the one skin. You could play as Ash, but that was it.
So where is everybody in the D&D world? What are we doing in D&D life? What is? You guys tell me. Tell me as a DM.
Got a turtle onto the beach while a wave was trying to kill us, and then we took a nap. And now we
Oh
just
yeah, and we have
woke
to
up.
fight the ocean.
You have to fight the ocean.
Well, we don't have
No.
to fight the ocean.
I'm running away
The
from
ocean's
it.
trying to fight us, but the ocean's not coming onto the land to fight us either. So
Well, I mean, how many times have you seen the ocean come up on
Come
the
on
land?
to land. Yeah, I mean,
Tsunamis are a
it's
thing. I
the, it
guess.
wouldn't be
Tsunamis
the
happen.
ocean if it came up on land.
Tsunamis are a thing.
Then it'd be a lake.
Tsunami, bro.
He's just sitting over there. You just wait till the rain cycle goes around. I'm gonna get you, bitch. Right.
Tsunami.
Yeah, that's what I remember last. We were running from the ocean
Yeah, I mean,
after this giant turtle dragon.
All right.
I got
Star
it.
is angry, wants
Let
to
me-
kill us.
Let me read my dialogue here, guys, and you know I'll set us up where.
Oh yeah, and I think Nevik got some dragon meat.
He did. He got a
Turtle.
perfect square of turtle dragon meat. Yes, he did. Yep. Nice little fat to it. So let me cough out my lungs for a second here. Years of being a dungeon crawling nerd dragon, smoking endlessly. I am one just tar sack in my chest. So let's go back to where we were. Let's envision what we're doing. We were here with a scene that is it's perpetually dark. You know, you were in the Underdark. This is a massive like bubble layer here that you're in, and you're on the beach. Yeah, you know, after you guys have built a fire, after while listening to the angry ocean, having stepped a couple of, I'd say about 20, 30 feet away from this to
The rough sands.
yeah, to not get fucking chewed up by that. And yeah, you see the scene scattered here with the soft blue light of the captured souls that are flickering along the lacework scars that adorn you. You were all, would-be broken heroes. You've all died at least once. You had a quest. You failed that quest, and now you find yourself on these shores. You were four spirits, far flung from the homes that you once knew. You were battered, abandoned by a patron that betrayed you. You were washed ashore.
Cue harmonica music as it pans into our group sitting around a campfire.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You've been washed ashore by angry seas. and you only have suspicion to guide you across this vast unknown land you have now landed on. You're filthy. You're still a little wet, but you are warm. You all share this dimly lit fire along the thin tree line, beyond which you can see a mighty cliff wall, twisted carvings and natural pits staring down as if to taunt your misfortune. Time itself has become an illusion to you in the cold absence of the sun. It's been quite some time since you've seen it. And let me get my DM screen proper. Let's read it today. Monsters are most dangerous when they are afraid. Everybody with me still?
Yes.
What?
All right. So
we
you
doing
guys should be able to see yourselves down here on the beach, doing your thing.
Oh,
I'm trying to pull up the...
We're gonna start out with it being pretty much the beginning of your resting here after having traveling away from the corpse of this sea turtle / dragon thing, and keeping your distance away from the shoreline itself. You are, here.
Oh, I mean, so
you guys, you feel free to take this.
What now, guys?
Free
what now, guys? What do we do now?
Well, to be clear, what you're doing now, since you guys did get a long rest, would be setting up to rest. But this is just for roleplay flavors. You guys really haven't had a free moment to actually discuss what's going on, or do anything other than run and.
Quite somber because he found a dragon after all this time, and then he got yeeted by a shark.
The shark did not go away. By the way. You just can't see where it is, but you did.
That was a turtle.
It was a turtle dragon.
That was a turtle. I've seen a dragon. That weren't no dragon.
I mean, Ferris is just gonna turn to the scene and it's like, you're telling the dragon who heard the turtle roar and speak that he wasn't a dragon.
Yeah,
you're just a person.
Make sure you switch to your normal character. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Not all dragons have wings, guys.
Do they have turtle shells though? Because that one had a turtle shell.
Some of them do.
I feel like having a turtle shell makes it kind of hard to be a dragon.
You guys can still see this thing from a distance. It's fairly large.
I mean,
it's quite dead on the beach.
I just want to ask you, man. Like, kobolds speak draconic. Like, does that make them dragons?
Absolutely not. They're not dragonkin, but that was dragonkin.
So ergo, not a dragon.
Somewhere in the depths of an Elorath forest, a kobold frowns sadly.
Well, I mean that's sort of their whole life, though, my man.
Frowning sadly in the forest.
So now what, guys? We're kind of like extra boned. Like we were dead, but like I didn't think it could get worse than just dead.
I'm sure getting captured by the drow was, missing an eye.
I mean, we have no idea where we are.
I'm gonna look at you with my one good eye, Nevik.
Okay.
Yeah, to be clear, you guys are still. This is.
You're talking about being captured by the drow.
You want me to point at you with my one good hand?
This is when you guys would be.
I didn't get captured by the drow.
After shortly setting up the fire, like I said, you guys are basically gonna be setting up to long rest for this evening, but this is before that because you just got up the back of this fucking dragon. Nevik, you walk away from it, and you guys managed to build a fire, and now
this is just gonna be very blunt. It's like we have no idea where we're at. The ocean literally is trying to kill us. We're in the middle of the Underdark, somewhere in an ocean that we have no idea what island we're on or have a map of. It's not great, guys. It's not great.
Things were pretty down before, but then we died and it got even worse. Like I didn't think that was possible, guys, but I don't want to hang out with y'all anymore.
This has been bad times.
No.
It's been bad times since that.
I mean, if we really want to look at it, like this is kind of all Nevik's fault.
What?
You're the one who agreed for us to come out here and
Check out the
Dude.
Dark Water shit, which we totally did. Defeated Home Dude with the trident, right?
So
and then
we
he
left-
became the
And
ocean.
now-
like,
and now the
we left,
ocean wants to kill
we
us.
left Chazelle with the Kuatoa tribe.
yeah, the fish people. He's
And-
probably eating good though. I mean,
Oh,
They-
fuck, yeah, we left the cat person with the fish people.
Yeah.
Now Chazelle had agreed to stay with them to help replace this guardian that you guys had inadvertently killed.
Protect him.
After meeting and speaking with and being convinced, I think about with Nevik rolling almost a nat 20 or 19, really high persuasion roll. He seemingly didn't have hold much of a grudge after that, and was choosing some sort of honorable path and stayed there. So.
now the fish people have a cat.
Maybe the ocean may be literally devouring them. Who knows?
I don't know. Yeah, but sucks to be them in the
That was
water.
before you pissed off the ocean. Just a series of events here.
I mean, Baroness is just going to pipe up and say, well, we're already deep in the shit, so the only way out is through.
That's gross.
We can't go back. We certainly can't go back into the ocean. And so the only way out is forward.
The entire solution to this entire campaign was actually behind the portal door, just like some secret level shit. You're supposed to turn around. Yeah.
Hey, wait, do you see that? There's
The
another
fucking
portal
warp
back
pipe.
there.
We were supposed to find the fucking
Oh,
warp
God
pipe
damn
level.
it.
That was it. You put a warp pipe level back there. That
always.
All right,
So
let's set up,
anyway,
guys.
I don't know, man. I can't see shit, so it's not like I can look for anything. I can only see like within the 60 foot that I got, and
Yeah,
only
I was gonna
good
say-
within 30 foot.
If the lighting is fucked up for any of you, like entirely, let me know. Like if you can't, like it's pitch black or something, let me know. But you should all be able to see like either.
Oh well, no, I mean I don't even have the roll 20 up. I was
Okay.
just like role playing.
Oh well, yeah, I actually have lighting set up for that, but yeah. I'm on this exquisite battle map.
I mean, I was just trying to think like, what could I do to get an idea of where to go? Oh, you could look for like
Well,
signs
you
of
have your
habitation,
lantern.
like
You
smoke.
got your-
Oh wait,
got your lantern?
no, you can't.
Oh wait,
Because it's
perpetually
fucking dark.
here. Not everyone has Jason's vision problems either, though.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
Some of us
wondering what
have
his
two
problem.
eyes. Ooh, shut the fuck up. Some of us have two hands. Nevik, shut the hell up.
Oh, massive.
Well, I'm going to take a nap, kids. We'll see what the situation's like in the morning, and then we'll figure it out then. And if I have
That's
to,
right. Yeah. Let's let the old guys take a nap, and I'll take a nap.
You guys gonna do
I
trance
have to-
shit, all that sort of shit. So, give me a first guard. Who's my first guard?
I'll do it.
I guess
All right, give me
I
that
was about
D12.
to say, yeah,
Give me that D12
because I
plus.
can get the 4-hour rest.
All right, Gargak, and who's my second guard of the night? Rundus. All right. So, who lowered the lower? Gargak rolled the lower on that. Give me a perception check, Gargak. CPC. Let me CPC things. CPC things. We'll do some fun shit. At least I'm gonna have fun with it. I ain't gonna shit. You don't see shit. You don't see shit. It's dark out here. The ocean.
All clear.
Yeah, you hear the ocean, and the ocean is fucking yelling, and he's mad. Jason, in your sleep, give me an insight check. Just for the fuck of it. I just want to see how well you see a thing. I mean, you're gonna see it anyway, but or hear, or think, or feel.
You want insight or perception?
Insight, boss. Insight. All right, so with a 12. Yeah, you're not quite sure, but you're while you're sleeping, you swear in your sleep you hear the familiar footsteps of the woman that came down the corridor for a couple of days there, and taunted you, like straight up, like you swear you heard
Oh man.
that. So when you guys,
What do you want me to do? Wake up in a cold sweat with a boner or something?
if you want to, do however you want to interpret it. I'm just telling you that's what's happened. So when you guys do wake up, though, you do find footprints in the sand around you, and these are not your footprints. They're multiple, like several of them, like at least
Duh.
multiple, like at least 2 or 3 people or 2 or 3 footprints have walked around your area.
It was stolen from me.
Say what?
Am I like the only one
Can you
that's
check to see
decent at
anything's been stolen from
tracking?
you? Yeah, you can. You're free to check your shit. You're free to pat yourself down.
Yeah, so what kind of rule is that?
I mean, that's just to pat yourself down. Do you
Yeah,
find shit
I'm gonna
bad?
touch myself and pat myself down and make
Yeah.
sure like all my shit's here because I'm like looking around at these footprints like
Yeah, so the footprints themselves come from the east, but they kind of circle around a little bit far, to the north, kind of approaching off near the ocean and back. As if they were examining you from afar. None of them ever come very close.
and do they go back to like the footprints going away from us? Do they go back towards the east?
The footprints that are after they approach from the east seem to circle around and go back north into the ocean itself.
Okay.
Fish people.
Fish people.
Crap.
Nobody's asked me what kind of footprints. Those are just footprints. There's
Yeah.
multiple ones. That's all I'm telling you. So what do you want to know? What do you want to know? Let's get into it.
Let me. Can I do like a survival check?
What are
See
you
if
trying
I
to survive?
recognize these footprints.
Oh, the footprints back the other direction.
What is that?
Do I recognize the species of these footprints?
I must check many WikiFeet articles for this.
Hold on. Yeah.
Turns out Nevik has a foot fetish. He's gonna roll a nat 20 and know exactly.
Oh, I know this shit right off the bat.
Check survival.
Let me check. I don't even know if it's survival. Hold on. There's. Dun, 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 dun.
I feel like that would be survival because it's like animal
Yeah, 'cause
tracking.
I'm looking at like nature, and there's like an actual tracking one. So, all right. Let me go back to this.
I rolled a 10.
So, it's not fish people. Whoever it is seems to be wearing some sort of shoes. They look like well-made shoes, but you're not sure. But they are shoes.
The drow might be after us, guys. Oh,
Yeah,
you fucking
That would be
drow.
ridiculous.
I almost asked a bad question.
Are there bad questions?
Yes,
What? How are there bad
there is
questions?
specifically a bad question.
What's the bad? I mean, if it's like going to get me like banned off like the internet, please don't. But like,
I was gonna ask, can drow swim?
why? Is
Yeah.
that a bad question?
Yes,
Yeah, but yeah, they could swim.
duh.
I think you're the one that makes that racist. Get out of here.
You're a horrible person.
Get out of
I
here.
Well, I mean, fairness is gonna be like, well, we can't follow it into the ocean, so we
That's
can either
right.
walk away from the footprints, or we can follow the footprints back to where they came from and investigate.
You look over there.
Into the ocean.
As you look to the north, those of you with the night vision would see that the ocean itself is straight up like some of the waves are taking like humanoid forms and like pointing at you and shit. Like before crashing
Can I wave?
down into the shore.
Wave.
You're free,
Hello.
you're free to wave at it.
We still see you.
It's like bro flexing over there too. It's just like what?
Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Proud of you, man.
I mean, so yeah, what do we want to do? Do we want to?
Welcome to the campaign. where I
Let's
use my
head
first-
inland.
So inland back
Cold.
here to the never eat sour watermelon bottom is motherfucking mountain. Like straight up stone wall, and like I said, it has some like etchings that are pretty high up. A little bit difficult to see from where you're at.
Everything's difficult for me to see.
I mean, currently yes. You specifically yes.
Do I need to climb up there and check it out?
You're free to just please pass. The coast itself continues over here to the right, to the east. You guys came from this side. The footprints go in this direction, or came from this direction.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go this
And
direction.
there is a
Yeah,
tall,
follow.
a tall mountain wall here. And like I say, you try to climb it, do whatever you want.
Let's just
Fight-
follow
fight
the
above the
coastline.
Go live in these bushes. What do you guys want?
What are all these weird blips?
I think my take and Jason's take is to follow the footprints coming from from the other direction and like follow along the coast between the mountain and the coast.
Yeah, maybe
and-
we'll find a better way up if we follow the coast.
To be clear, that is where the footprints came from.
I ain't afraid of no fucking footprints.
As long as you're all aware of that, right? So we haven't actually examined them further than just these are not fish people footprints. These look like shoes. All right, so yeah, but they are which direction they come from. That's what direction.
Well, I mean,
I'm just telling you
Here-
guys what situation.
here's the big facts. We were asleep. If they wanted to fuck with us, they could have already did it. So I imagine they're not hostile, whoever they are.
I mean,
And we also don't know they didn't fuck with us. Some of that magic shit can take days to really take effect.
we've had spells cast on us. Fuck.
Yeah, maybe they farted in our face. We don't know.
Do any of us have pink eye?
No. All right, we do get a long rest though, right?
Yeah, everybody here should have a long rest. Make sure you switch to the proper character, and you are all healed and healed up.
Boop,
To
boop, boop,
the
boop.
best of your abilities.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna follow the footprints, but I'm gonna do so in like the edge of the tree line, sneaky wise.
You're free to try to sneak along in those trees.
So all of our vision is linked to Jason.
All
No.
of them.
Well, no.
My
vision
is
and your vision is because we are humans.
I don't have a light window. You do.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't because I have a light window. I have the light.
Yeah, you don't have night vision, boss. Yeah, he's holding a
That-
light. Yeah, he's holding a lamp. That's why.
yeah,
he's-
when I go
he
away from the
admits it.
party, and like,
Yeah, he
Yeah,
admits
I
it.
can still see Jason,
I got
'cause
dancing
we-
lights, dancing
I
in
mean,
the
yeah, but
light.
you're not like actually casting it though. You like literally.
I'm guessing 19 that passes everybody in the
He's
party's
holding a lantern.
perception. So
Yeah, you're.
And dancing lights only gives you like 15 foot or some shit like that.
But
Or
it's
light.
glowing blue light of burning spirits.
It's a very,
Where
yeah,
did
it's like a
Nevin-
very
Where did
dim
Nevin
light.
go?
You managed
Guys,
to. You managed to actually poke yourself in the eye. Favorites.
Where did Nevin go? Like he was just here.
oh,
Like you go to throw your hand up to like kind of look around and manage to just straight thumb right into the socket, eye watering.
Oh,
It's yeah.
where'd Devin go?
Those
Change your eyes.
those of you with the perception over 3 would have seen this.
I'm like right in the bushes next to him, just trying not to giggle.
Alright, so yeah, we'll continue up
Alright, so
the
that's
coast,
it.
I
That's a
guess.
group party. That's a group decision is to continue down the coast here.
Yeah.
All right.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Yes, dudes, please.
I'm guessing these guys are going at a walk. They're not like
I'm just
running
saying.
down this shit.
I'm just a man that is.
I got
here.
bad knees, Nevik.
So off
Yeah,
in the distance,
I-
you can straight up see pretty large statues of some sort of humanoid figures that are clutching weapons, and you can see the flickering light of torches. What you can assume so. Those of you with vision that can see would be able to see the outline of humanoids in multiple numbers outside of whatever the fuck this is, and the footprints.
And I'm glowing.
You are glowing. Yes.
Yay.
But to be completely clear, most of you have like a soft glow to you anyway, as spirit beings. But he is holding a 60-foot fucking lantern. Yes, your approach would
Yeah. Let's just
not be very hidden.
let's just
outside
try to
of
get
Nivik.
away from.
Outside of Nivik, who would have approached along the stone wall. Kind of down here. But everybody else would have been pretty clear to see as they came up, because this is a stone wall in which there are clearly people standing atop of. Y'all with me on this? Y'all
Yeah.
see
With
this? Y'all see this? Because these people start to see you. You hear some shouting.
Rogue about a rogue.
Who here speaks Elven? Elvish.
I
do.
speak Elven.
All right, so those of you who speak Elvish would completely understand the words that are being yelled. They're yelling out, interlopers approach. Man the gates. Send the guards. Are being shouted out in various orders. And you can see and hear, these metal wrenching gates being pulled open and footprints or footfalls happening as multiple guards start to come out here and turn.
Wait, like regular Elven? Like they're just like regular Elvish. That's what they're speaking.
They're speaking Elvish. Yeah, if you understand Elvish, you understand these words. Yes, sir. Still with me. Still with me, guys.
Still with you.
Don't fade on me.
All right.
Don't fade on me.
Don't fade away. Don't fade away, man.
I guess I'll shout back in Elven.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Oh my god.
We're we've been stranded.
So it doesn't really take them very long to get to you. They are fucking straight sprinting. Their asses over there.
What did they say?
Said interlopers.
And as
What does that mean?
Yeah, as they're approaching, they
What does that mean? I don't know big words.
They're yelling out, "Halt!"
Nobody.
I will. Yeah, I will stop.
Hold your hands up. Put your weapons down.
Are you gonna at least tell the rest of the? I'm over here hidden.
that
Are
common?
you gonna at least translate to the rest of the party?
Everyone just, I guess, put your. Wait. You telling me the dragon doesn't speak Elvish? Elven? The ancient dragon? I guess I would tell Gargak and Faerundis to put their weapons down? Hello?
I
Let's
hear
see.
you. I hear you.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
with us.
It just got really quiet, so I thought I might have
I don't know,
disconnected.
maybe they're processing. What say you, rest party? What's going on with you guys? As these fucking,
I'm hidden in the bushes, watching them yell at them to put their shit down.
Hey, Rendus is just like, I have a stick that I use for walking, so I'm already unarmed.
I feel like it's a persuasion roll, boss. I feel like it's a pretty high persuasion roll.
I mean, he doesn't speak Elvish.
Yeah, but so it's got to be
It's gonna
like
be
a
an amazing
performance.
persuasion roll. Too.
Disadvantage.
I'm talking to Jason, who said to put our weapons down.
Okay, well,
Well, I guess specifically I'm talking to Gargak, and I'll drop my mace beside me.
Oh god. They're just disarming
Nevik
themselves.
over here. He's like, fucking, this is a drow flashback. We're gonna drow flashback it in. It's gonna happen. How many times?
I mean, these are obviously not drow, right? Like they're regular elves.
That's the Gargak arm.
No, that's something that was not asked from the get-go. So as they approach straight up, you can see that these elves have like a blue tint to their skin. That they have like frills kind of along the back of their neck. They definitely have those
Sea
features.
elves. They're
They
sea
are-
elves.
Yeah, certainly sea elves. Yeah, somebody gets that from the get-go. And yes, they are sea elves. So for your headcanon, however you want to have it, I'll paint them like Avatar, however you want to do it, but yes, that's what they are.
No, they look like they. I like to imagine they look like the classic sea monkeys on the box.
I mean, whatever you want, man. Like, I'm not here to ruin your headcanon. So,
Zora.
but anyway, yeah. So,
Oh, I'll drop my axe. I still got the claw.
The claw is attached to your arm. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
Can't drop the claw.
Just like gonna be holding the claw in the air, like, hey, sorry about that.
I'm gonna try to sell like the whole thing, like, and just like sort of like use my axe, like I'm gonna axe my cane, like have both hands on it, like supporting me.
You're gonna try to keep your thing. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a hell of a persuasion roll, boss.
I mean, I'm more making a performance that I have to use this for support.
He's trying to look crippled.
Okay.
I'm trying to look like the old man I am.
I mean, though it is, though you are bugged over, they don't seem to care enough as they are stepping closer, and seemingly one of them is going to snatch the stick from you. These guys don't look very friendly, like from the get-go.
Hold on. How good is my
Are
fall?
you trying to do it again?
No, my fall after they take my stick.
You just fall over on your side. This doesn't stop them. They reach over and take your arms and start to pull you up and literally move you along the beach, and you were being like escorted towards this gate. Yeah.
As they pulled me, I'm like, I am a senior citizen. This is ageist. How dare you mistreat the elderly?
Yeah, you're gonna kind of get jerked around a little bit as he, basically yells back, "You shut up, old man."
I mean, he doesn't speak Elven.
Elvish.
I know he doesn't, but I have to tell you what it is because people around you that do speak Elvish can hear it.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I mean, though Favorundus wouldn't understand what is being yelled back at him. Jason.
All right, guys, be my conscience here, because what do I do?
They are straight being pulled, like hoisted by the arms. The guy that has
Just
dark eyes
chill.
looks a little bit
Just
uneasy
chill.
about it. He
Just
definitely
chill.
chooses to go on the non-claw arm side.
It's all right. Everything's okay. They didn't try to kill us, so
Yet.
we're at least in a step in the right direction. Okay.
I mean, can I like move along the wall and try to?
So where you're standing, you can see that there are two archers standing on top of this wall, watching the situation. Their silhouettes, outlined by the seeming flame or torches that are behind these gates. And I think you.
While they're while they're
Yeah,
I
you can
guess
see
corralling us, like gathering us.
Yeah, they're like kind of like cops would when they grab you by the arm and like snatch you along.
I'm gonna be like, whoa! You got the wrong. You got the wrong idea. We're just lost.
So the guy that's holding you is straight going to take your lamp, and he is going to take it and throw it on the ground, like straight up, and it's just gonna. And I need to make a token for that. He's going to, leave it rolling across the ground. Get a good lamp. Oh no, lantern's probably a better word for that.
And in comments, be like, "That's not very nice.
Fuck you guys.
This isn't very nice.
Why you gotta be dicks about
I am a senior citizen."
all this shit? There we go. And let's give it a low light of 60 feet with that nice blue.
This is Elves' favorite. This is gonna be like, I'm probably older than most of you.
Hey, what are you doing? My girlfriend gave me that.
And you should no longer emit light. You should be able to see that. I don't.
Yeah.
know if
Yeah.
it's gonna have to refresh it or not.
Just give it-
No, it changed.
Put the lanterns there. Anyway, so he's gonna snatch your lantern to the ground, and he's gonna push you forward. We're bringing you before the council. They'll know what to do with you.
I mean, we just washed up on a beach.
And with you, the great. What do you call this guy? I got written down. Hold on. Wait, up here. Oh, and with you, the corpse of the great Emerald. You've angered the fucking seas. For this, you must answer
Damn,
the council.
dropping an F-bomb in there. Elvish
Yeah,
F-bomb.
Elvish F-bombs. Like literally, yeah, he's pissed. They're mad. They're mad about this. They're like, dude.
Sorry.
They're from the get-go, they're like, fucking fuck you guys. You pissed off the oceans. You literally rolled up with the Great Beast Emerald, which they seem to revere in some way. Like it definitely has a tone of, we shouldn't have done that.
We didn't do it.
Kind of deal.
It worked.
And he's gonna be like, they're straight telling you to save your lives.
Save your life.
As you get down here, you can definitely see this leads down into a, kind of a downhill a little bit into what looks like various like caverns, crapped into a city. I'll pull that up in just a sec.
I can't see shit, man. What do I got on me?
I can't see.
This is how you guys treat your guests.
Yeah, we should probably deal with Nevik before I move to the other map. And what he's gonna do if you just see what's out there. Because these guys are straight
What do I
up
do,
throwing these
guys?
guys through these like gain shade and all that sort of shit. I mean, what do you do?
Okay, I guess,
They're not
like,
there,
while-
bro. They're not there, bro.
While the guards are and the archers are, keeping an eye on them, I'm gonna come out here. Yeah, it's only 9 feet, and yeah.
You're gonna try to grab. You're literally gonna try to walk by. It's still lit. This is still glowing. Just so we're, just, yeah,
And
just
there's like
glowing.
no way to put it out either.
Yeah, just so you're aware. This is still lit.
I don't want to I don't want to kick sand on it either.
No, this is still lit, burning quite brightly.
Okay, so yeah, while that shit's going on, I'm gonna.
Yeah, kind of as a haunting image for Nevik to have for a moment there, watching his friend's lantern in the sand. He's like, God damn, the second time. I
Everybody's
imagine all of
captured.
you are having a bit of deja vu because this is the second time you've
Okay,
rolled upon
I'm
these
guessing that
people
them being
after having killed
dragged away would
everything
take a
they've
while,
done.
right? So I could have done like 1, 2.
I mean, not like a while, like maybe a minute, 2.
Yeah, well, every 6 seconds is what I'm saying. Like while they're being, disarmed and all this shit, I could have sneaked this 45 feet over here.
Yep.
But
Yeah, to
So-
be clear, to stay hidden, you're gonna need to stay along the wall, because there's not. I mean, it's a beach,
yeah,
and now it's
so
fairly well.
it's 45 feet and then
fairly well
another.
lit beach. Excuse me.
Just spider climbing on the wall, like an actual fucking spider. Just
These walls themselves are, just from your guess, about 180 feet up. They're pretty high. These are pretty epic statues. They look to be carved out of the end of these, stone walls. They don't quite reach the ceiling, but they're not too far from it.
Okay, well, that's gonna be what, 2 or 3 stealth checks.
To do what?
Get from here
Mm-hmm.
to here.
Just gonna be
Behind
2.
this.
It's gonna be 2 with the first one not being as hard as the second one. But that way. We'll say 14 for the first one, and we'll say 18 for the second one.
Oh,
So Nevik gets spotted as he goes to walk
Wait.
from the second part.
wait, Nevik, you've got options. Remember.
oh, that's right. I do have a luck.
So you got here, and yeah, from the second one, this one you got.
Let's just re-roll that shit.
'Cause
I got a luck
18
point.
bus, 18 bus.
That's right. I gotta remember this shit.
No.
Even worse. I got spotted. It's fine.
All right, so Nevik hears the a sound that he might remember from his childhood, which is the drawstring of bows being drawn and pointed at him. Halt! Who goes there? Wait! One of the interlopers. Come here. He yells something back, and one of the guys holding these other ones starts to yell at another one. It doesn't take long. These guys are straight like pinpointing you. They're watching you.
Hands up.
It's a
Hands up.
halfling. Like he's a half elf. Oh, this will be fun.
So you can hear these guys yelling at you. I assume you can speak Elven, Nevik.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, they are telling you, put your hands up, drop your weapon. And both of them are straight
Weapon in his
pointing.
hand.
Well, one of them's a broken thing, but yeah, can I do like a sleight of hand? I don't know. No.
Which hand
There's
you
no
gonna sleight of hand?
there's no prison wallet here. I mean, I don't want
What
to
are
lose.
you trying to do? What are you trying to lose? Your dagger?
Yeah.
Are you trying to do a sleight of hand to not to hide it on your persons instead of
Yeah.
drop it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can try. You're free to try. You're free to try that. We'll set that up. We'll set that.
Wait,
up.
wait. I was looking at Nevik's sheet here, and he has a feature at the bottom that treats 9s and lowers as a 10, I think.
Oh
Reliable
yeah,
talent.
reliable talent. Yeah, it's a special. And yeah, my sneak is special. Yeah. So what? So, it would
whenever
be
you
a
make an
9
ability check,
plus
it lets
11.
you add your proficiency bonus. You can treat a roll of 9 or lower as a 10. So both of those would be a 10 plus your bonus, I think.
Plus 11 on it, dude.
Fuck. So
I don't think
every
it's higher
stealth
than
check is
I
a
mean,
21.
So
Is what
yeah,
you're telling me?
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that's what that would bring.
More or
Reliable
less,
talent
yeah.
when you make an
Plus
ability.
11.
So why the fuck did I use that luck point? I'm taking that back.
No, you're not.
Well, I mean, we're kind of already in the middle of you interacting, but let's remember that for later.
No, I'm not going to acknowledge that. That's bullshit. I think plus 11's high enough. I don't think him having a base roll of 21 is fucking at all meant as a mechanic. There's literally 0 point in me having any stealth if he can fucking just hide at any point anywhere with a 21. He doesn't need to roll. Exactly.
Forever
I think
21.
a plus 11 is
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that
I'm
is a
just
feature
saying
that he
that I,
has.
as DM, am not going to deal with that. That's not.
Okay, yeah, no, DM
risk.
says no. Okay, with a 26 sleight of hand, do I hide the knife
Yes,
on my
it'll be up to you.
person?
Actually, when you go to drop it, reach your hand behind you and manage to drop it down the back of your shirt. And though those butt cheeks are tight, they're talented.
Woo!
Catch
Those
that,
glutes are flexing.
catch that dagger, and you still have your dagger in your person, but it does not appear to be. Though they seem very concerned about the other hand that is missing, and they're still yelling at you to drop. They are still continuing to yell at you to drop your weapon. Drop the other one.
It's
They take the whip, yes. So anything that's on your persons, they're going to start trying to snatch off you. The whip, if it's
what is it like a persuasion?
But they aren't going to throw the whip to the ground though. They are going to they're just holding it.
Yeah, why'd they keep their shit and not mine?
I mean, maybe reasons, man. There's reasons here. Who knows?
But yeah, can I do a persuasion to it's attached?
To not get shot. Yeah.
It's attached. I lost my hand and attached. It's broken. I mean, it wasn't broken.
Like hostile police officers, essentially. Yeah, I mean, you're free to try to roll persuasion. Base roll of 20. That's unfair. Even that's a mechanic.
Oh.
Wow.
It's only for things that
I'm
you're
so sorry.
proficient in, though, my man.
I am so
He's
sorry.
already got
It
a
is
plus
attached.
11 in it. How much more proficient does he need if he's rolling a base?
He's good.
21 at all times?
He's a master thief, brother. He's got to be sneaky.
Dog, I'm
Wow.
telling you, I don't give a shit how it's written. I think that's ridiculous. I think a plus 11's more than enough.
Okay, if it was that, then if it was ability
I mean,
check,
to be fair,
it would be everything.
Nevik has had to dedicate to putting points towards his sneaky like that. He didn't just start off with a plus 11.
No, he's a sneaky boy. He definitely wins most of the time in sneaky. But I'm saying giving him a base 21, that is literally all the time. He never fails it. I mean, which gives 0 risk to it. Which is, what is the point of even rolling dice if there's no 0 risk to it? The fun of the game is having risk to it.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You can still roll a 1.
I'm fine with it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he would have to roll a 1 and get a 20. That's ridiculous. No, well, the 1 would automatically be a 10, so he's got a plus 11. So fucking.
I want to be automatic fail.
That would be
no matter what.
The only way he would fail.
Yep.
Which again, unless I start setting all the stealth rolls to something like 27s and 30, I start literally rolling 20 plus. That is the only way you can do it.
That's not cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's just keep it as is. I'm good.
Which I mean, that would be my counterbalance to it. Is all right, well. That gets harder.
I mean, I don't think he got that until the last level he took, right? He just got it.
Either way, having a base 21 roll on a stealth is ridiculous.
We'll do saves or something there. I don't know, man. We'll pull that shit out when I need it.
I think that's ridiculous.
Life threatening. I mean, I'll just change the trait.
21 on a base rate. Again, I mean, you can have it, but yeah, if that's the trade, I'll look over it. But I'm not gonna.
Well, it's an action. It's called reliable talent.
I'll look at it, like I said, but at the same time, that's ridiculous to have a literal fucking base 21 roll.
No, it's not even an action. It falls under his other, so it's just like a feature. It's like luck.
Yeah, I get it. I get what it is, but I'm just still saying. Currently, he never gonna make a cut, and I'm still gonna make him make rolls. Even if I gotta start making fucking 27s and shit because of this bullshit. Don't think I won't.
Don't think I won't, motherfucker. But nah, we're good. We're good.
See, most of the time that's not that big of a deal.
Level 20, or roll the 20 on the persuasion.
Yeah, see, I
Of
mean,
its-
most of the
of
time
its-
that's a big a deal, but yeah, when you're already got a plus 11 on that,
That's what I was
shit
going
from
to
the
say is when you have
get-go,
when you have expertise in
like,
something,
No.
like fucking yeah, I get it, dude.
What?
Like,
How is the plus
okay.
so high?
Yeah,
because he has
what I'm saying.
expertise.
Because he's spec
Yeah.
towards it. He's put all
like
of his
nothing
he's
but-
put
yeah,
his build
exactly.
towards that.
Yeah,
I'm in charisma and stealth is
No,
my.
so what it is though is that it's what it actually is that so when you you have proficiency, which means you add your proficiency bonus. But for stealth, deception, and sleight of hand, Nevik is got expertise, which means it's double your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah,
he's, like I said, he's already rolling with a plus 11, and then now we're saying anything with a 9 or lower is automatically a 10. So like fucking, if he's doing that, that's an automatic 21 roll every single
It's like
time. no matter
min-max
what he rolls.
build.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
And to me as a DM, I'm like, that's some broken ass shit, dog. Because like he's only like level what, like 14?
Not even.
Yeah.
Here's
Not
a website
even.
where they're discussing
I'm
it.
still level 11.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
it's the level 11. It's the level 11 rogue.
Yeah, he just got it.
Ability.
He just got it when he pinged last.
Yep. Well, it's bullshit. I as a DM rule that rule is bullshit. I mean, we'll start rolling 21s, but I swear to God, I'll start rolling fucking mega rolls on you. I'm gonna need a 32 on this goddamn next fucking roll.
I can't.
Do it.
I mean, he's over halfway to level 20, which is God status, though, my
I
man.
mean, I get it.
He a real sneaky boy. Like,
I get it. I really do. But god damn, I still say call fucking Criminy Chickens bullshit on a flat 21
Jiminy
roll.
Cricket.
Criminy Chickens.
That's some
Jiminy
bullshit.
Cricket.
That's some bullshit.
This motherfucker been smoking too
Pulled
much.
into the cave.
As a DM. Holy
All right, yeah,
crap.
no, yeah, I persuade them. Here, hang on, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, so you actually managed to, when you actually start trying to convince him, you yell back, about your hand. And it turns out you run into the one guard who
Other
actually
guy.
is related to someone who has a fucking missing hand in the CL fucking empire here. And he's like, oh, I totally get it. And he's like empathetic about it, actually. He seems to like lower his fucking, bow up again. He's like, oh, he's nodding. Like, yeah, I understand. We'll just wait right there. You can put it down. I understand it's heavy, man.
Sorry.
We'll come back around, right? You just stay
so
right
sorry.
there. We're gonna come out. We're gonna bring you with the other guys, right? And
Yeah.
there's a lot of yelling between the guards on the ground as they send guys out there. They send 2 of these guys around the corner, which I can do. If you plan to combat them, tell me now. Otherwise,
No, I don't
take
plan to
your turn.
combat them. I'm hoping it's the guy that was very empathetic that I just persuaded, so I can feel out.
not.
Sorry.
It's not.
Gingerly puts the handcuffs on.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not that
I-
guy.
yeah,
It's
my
not that
bad.
guy. That guy was, and he's still on top of the stone wall here watching you. But he certainly is taking a friendlier approach. His friend, on the other hand, is still kind of like, dude, this is a criminal you're treating, not like, what are you doing, right? like he definitely seems like kind of off put by that. But the other guy is just seeming completely persuaded by this. Like I said, he's sympathetic to the cause. No problem here. Eventually they carry you back over here and set you up alongside with the rest of the group.
I'm a senior citizen. I'm just like saying in common, and they're not paying attention to me.
I mean, the one that's holding you just keeps like jerking you every time you go to speak.
In Draconic, okay, now in Draconic, I'm like, let's see. Can I roll an intimidation check? Speaking in Draconic, if I am a senior citizen, trying to get them to be nicer to me.
You're free to do as you please. So as you are brought in further, you can certainly see that there's a lot more of these guys back here. Along these like cavern walls and the various caves and coral and sparse lighting, you can see dozen, maybe 2 dozen people here, right? And they all seem to be wearing various forms of armor and clothing and so on. Everyone headcanon that. You go for it, man.
It's like, guys, don't make any sudden moves. There's a shit ton of them.
And they seem to be escorting you.
Oh, you need to take my light away.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, I didn't take
I mean, what is the? I don't know.
And
I want to like try to
Aaron
like
does-
wave.
you would only
look
see the
as
ones that are by the
friendly as
light.
Possible.
Yeah, but even seeing the ones by the lights and that are right here with us, there's still a shit ton of them.
Say what now? So what about possible, Nivik?
I said I wanted to wave and try to look as friendly as possible.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Yeah, you're free to roll a performance check as you are being escorted. And you're being escorted, from those of you who have night vision, can see that there's an opening in the cave floor here. That it's not quite a
Man, look at that
shore,
performance check, boy.
so much as like a floor in the like a hole in the cave, right? What was your performance check? Sorry, I had to do the thing. Okay, so yeah, you look pretty friendly. Actually, a couple of them go to wave back at you, and get stopped by people standing next to them, and or not.
Hello.
Amongst them, one of the things you guys would note, those of you with passive perception 17, is would certainly see that there are no children among them. These all seem to be adults, which I guess is assumed because I don't originally play with child killing bullshit in my games.
Horrendous is going to make a mental note of that and be more satisfied that it's like, if we have to kill them, at least there's no children.
I mean, yeah, but just so you.
These are fucking sea elves, not goblins.
They are fucking sea elves, not goblins. So as you're kind of being brought back, the one that's leading you is approached by another one, and those of you who can speak Elven would understand the partially the conversations going on here. And he's like, "What are you gonna do? I mean, the entire council is disposed right now, and Derevil is the only one running the show. So, what you think that fool's gonna know what to do to them?" And he kind of the guy in the front with the darker hair just kind of shakes his head. And he's like, "Look, they clearly have some sort of relation to what is going on out there. So, we have to follow the ways, man. Like, what am I supposed to do, right?" So you guys hear this?
Horrendous is going to pop up again, and it's like, could you guys speak common so we understand what you're saying?
That's racist. We're in their land. You can at least have the decency to learn their language.
So wait. You say in common to them, can you speak my language?
Exactly.
I'm never taking you to Mexico, Joey.
Why don't you speak English?
I guess as we're being dragged past these people having this conversation,
slower at people when they're like no comprehend it, and you're like, do you? Yeah, it's not.
Do you speak English?
Team Rush Hour. It's fucking Chris Tucker. Do you understand the words that come out of my mouth?
Yeah. But yeah, they understand it.
When he pulls out in the cab, when he pulls out the gun instead of talking.
Yes, that's also a thing. Nevik is still armed. He has managed to hide his dagger.
So always armed.
Yeah,
the dagger on his hand is broken, isn't it?
It is, but he also hid the other one when he went to drop it. He hid it behind the back of the shirt.
It's stuck in my belt.
Yep.
Back there.
Yep.
But shush. Nobody knows that.
Said this rock wasn't magic. Showed him.
He kind of slide a hand that shit down.
Picked up a magnet and put it in his backpack. That's why it's stuck to him.
Took a shove. That magnet piece in my spine finally worked out. Yeah. All these years setting off security alarms, worth it.
So I guess as we're getting dragged past these people having this conversation about us, I'm going to say to them,
not being dragged out like as you
as we're being led.
Yeah, this back end, this guy steps out of one of these buildings, and he seems to have some sort of authority because he's talking pretty sternly to the guy in front of you about this.
Okay, I'm gonna tell him we don't have anything to do with what's going on outside. We just got here.
The other guy shakes his head. He's like, "We've seen it. We've seen the corpse. Okay, like straight up.
What?
Like that
Look,
one right
man,
there,
I was on the bottom. Okay,
that one right there. He's still got a piece of Imriel in his fucking pocket. No shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about him, but
They
look,
start, like,
we was on the
to-
bottom of the ocean floor, and
Can I?
that thing
So-
Can I
came
do
out of
another? Can I do
nowhere.
another
So-
wave?
Yeah, so Nevik, they are alerting to the guy holding you is starting to pilfer through your pockets, and he is certainly searching for a large piece of dragon meat. And it's not going to take him long to find this and pull it out and like hold it up. This seems to elicit some sort of like shock from those watching. Like you kind of hear a couple of gasps here and there.
This is also gonna gasp and look at him. It's like, motherfucker.
There's Nevik. You also turn like, I was surprised too.
What do you? I swear, officer, that's not
That's
mine.
alright. Exactly.
Yeah, Favorindus is just like, you
What do you mean you found drugs in my car? I'm surprised. That's not my bad, officer. I've never seen that before. I'm just as surprised as you are. Oh, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
No,
That's the performance I'm hearing?
I mean, I just like,
And
and
you guys are
if
a
it
great
doesn't
party,
work
and I
out,
love you.
if that doesn't work out, I'm just gonna be like, I didn't want to spoil like the meat to spoil.
So, yeah,
Didn't want it
so you said you're going to wave?
I didn't want it to go to waste.
No, I
Or
was
you're
yeah,
gonna try to
like
convince
I
him you
didn't want
wanted
to
to
go away.
preserve it.
Like I'm sorry, like
Not to
I
go
did
to
not know it
waste.
was-
So, surely you understand the significance of what you've done. You've committed blasphemy.
no.
I mean-
the shark massacred the turtle. I just
The shark. We saw no shark.
Gar, the giant shark.
It was-
king
it
of
was
the
huge.
ocean.
You're telling us Gar has returned? The crowd is motherfucking like straight up outgasped at this point. They're just like, what the
Just classic fucking
Like, what?
canned
Yeah,
gas.
like
Just-
they're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like yeah, they're like straight up. Like there's definitely a sense of panic that draws.
and then
from
I'm gonna
hearing
point
this.
at the old man and be like, yeah, and he's Faerundis, the dragon.
This kind of draws like silence for a second, and then a couple of other adults laughing, and you can hear the one say, "Yeah, I'm Faerundis too." Yeah, and they start, pointing, here and there.
proper.
I guess
They
that
seem
would
to
be
definitely think it's a joke.
persuasion.
Yeah, you're free to.
Oh no, so but Favorindus is gonna turn over and it's like, because proper nouns are still proper nouns in a language, and it's like, what are they
Not
saying
great.
about me? They're like, Favorindus is asking Jason.
I'm not a super persuasive guy,
So
so
you don't know what they're saying about you, but you definitely can see that they're pointing, and some of
did
them
it not
laughing.
roll?
I do understand
It did
because
roll-
I'm
it rolled an
assuming.
11.
Roll on here for
You
okay.
did, yeah, you rolled an 11, and it is certainly not persuading. The crowd itself, like I said, is still seemingly amused at this idea.
So,
That it doesn't go on. I mean, it doesn't go on for very long, but they,
Favorindus, like the proper nouns, no matter what language they're in, are usually pronounced the same. So I at least recognize they're saying my name, right?
yeah.
So I'm asking.
Well, I mean, I
Jason,
pointed at you. I made like a big deal and like pointed at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
and
asking-
you
I'm
said his name,
asking-
so
I'm asking Jason, what are they saying about me?
They're laughing at you. They d-
I claim you don't exist. Okay. Oh man, yeah, it was a big shark. There was this crab guy and the bit dark swirly thing with the
keep your
trident.
lies for the council, motherfuckers. We will bring you to Therival like we've been told, like we're supposed to, regardless of the fucking council.
look. I talked to the gods. We're fighting the ocean,
Okay,
and this is
yeah.
a dragon.
Okay, yeah, sure, guys. Whatever kind of crazy shit you're on, we're gonna bring you to the fucking council. All right. Okay, so can you hold your breath? How long can you hold your breath? You
No.
got here through the ocean. I assume you didn't ride Imriel the entire way. Can you breathe underwater?
Ooh, with the
Or should
slug.
they drown
Sometimes.
you here? Because the council's not going to come above. Not for the likes of you.
You got any of those slug things?
You consume the carapace slugs?
That's how we
The
did it
fish
last
people
time.
said that's how that's what made us breathe underwater. So that's how we breathe underwater, man.
We force fed. Yeah,
I've
they
heard of
kept us-
such things, but it is so vile. Surely you can.
Yeah, well, I grew up in an church orphanage, so
He like holds his hands up and snaps, and like some other fucking elf runs over. He's yelling at him. He's telling find them fucking carapace slugs, and it takes a minute. Like this goes, you guys are gonna be standing here for like a good 10-15 minutes being held by these guys. It's kind of awkward.
Just
Like straight up.
whistling, just like looking
Yeah.
side to side, like you're trapped in an elevator. With
So
someone.
besides this, how was your guys' day going before we?
So it's good.
I'm trying to
how's the wife?
on my own.
Dude, I'm like the most charismatic guy. in
Yeah,
the
so
group.
like I said, the crowd here is definitely like interested in you. Seem like alien to them, but at the same time, there seems to be like angry glares here and there. You've been accused of being a blasphemer. They seem to have some sort of holy or something going on with this creature they refer to as Imriel, which is the implication is that it's the large turtle that you wrote on the back of.
My bad.
When you mentioned
He's
when you
recognized
mentioned
me.
the return of Gar, they again seemed kind of like shocked by this and were like, "Well, fuck, that's not good." And as you're standing here, there's a kind of a heat of a conversation going on between the dark-haired guy and this blonde one that's been escorting you, and like they're like, if Gar has really returned, we have to find and revive the rest of the council. There's no way we'll survive with Urval leading the helm, and if he is, it'll be weak. And I swear to you, I will not let that happen. And he's like, calm your shit, dude. Just like, look, man, we gotta get these guys here. Okay, he's gonna bring these fucking slugs. We're gonna do this shit. We're gonna get a Thurbo. He'll figure it out. You gotta trust in the methods, man. All right, these laws were set down for a reason, right? That's the conversation you guys are having. But you guys
Anarchy punches someone.
You haven't been bound, other than you are being held like on the arm, slightly above the elbow, non-claw arm for Gargak, by various.
I imagine the guy that's like being told to hold Gargak.
Yeah, like I said, he's a little
standing there
nervous.
beside him.
Yeah, like I said, he seemed
No
a little
hands on
nervous.
Gargak at all. He's just
Like 6
praying
feet
this guy
away.
continues to comply. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just kind of like
Son.
holding one hand out a little bit, like, yeah, I'm gonna touch it, but I'm gonna do
Whisper to
that.
Jason, it's like, should we tell them the turtle talk to us? Or do you think they might get angry at that? Or
The big turtle did not talk to us.
the big turtle did talk.
What are you talking about? It just kind of like made this awful shrill roaring noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was speaking dragon.
That's basically the dragon. It's just awful.
I don't fucking speak dragon.
It's basically like raptor noise. It's just raptor noise. It's just
Yeah, no, that's not.
completely-
Yeah, like raptor or
Yeah.
like the T-Rex
That's
noise,
exactly all it is. It's just a
Like,
jet of raptor noise.
or like
Like
or
the turtle talked, guys. Did you guys
Godzilla.
not hear that?
That's
I don't
that's Canadian.
speak lizard.
Sorry,
I
I
mean-
speak that scale bullshit. Whoa,
Gargak
man.
speaks draconic, right?
does, yeah.
I know he speaks.
I don't think so.
On T shit.
All I got is
Oh
common,
yeah, no,
orc, and Yanti.
he speaks snake.
Well, then yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
no, guys, the dragon totally talked. Like when he came out of the water. Did you guys really not hear him talk?
Look, man, I'm starting not even to buy this whole Faerundish shit from you.
I don't know where you
Shut up.
came from.
Old man. Just, Gargak, get your grandpa in line.
Hey, I get that you're in the fire, but you're not like an
What?
actual fucking dragon, okay? Like,
Gargak, get your grandpa in line.
Like,
Like,
maybe
change
you're
his
just
di-
like an
change his
old
diaper
man
or
who
whatever you
knows
need to
some,
do,
like,
man.
history shit, and you just stole Faerundis' name because they definitely all laughed when I said you was him.
Can you do shit?
Silly younglings know nothing of the histories.
Anyway,
so these guys are gonna show back up with these fucking orange slugs, and these orange slugs look fresh, and the guy who's holding them looks disgusted to be holding them. He's got some like fucking kind of wooden little basket out here holding them, and they're holding them out to you expectantly, and they look disgusted by this. They're just like. The crowd, a couple of the crowd, not as many people as watching you. Now.
Oh, come on. Your whole species smells like low tide. This is your fucking line?
They're like, oh my god, you're gonna fucking eat the shit worms. You're gonna eat the shit. You're gonna eat slugs. No.
can I do like a performance?
You're
To-
free to.
Nevik fucking like does a show and just like
Nevik
slows
show
it down.
is- What was that nat 1 persuasion roll on?
That was me trying to convince the person to let me like stand up on my own power.
Oh no, he's just totally
They're just like,
I'm just gonna.
He just managed to say.
I'm gonna eat the
with a
slug, I guess.
With a nat, hold on. First off, I got to deal with that because I wasn't paying attention to that. With a nat one,
Holy
with a-
shit, Nevik.
with a nat one, he would fucking kick your knee behind you and actually make you fall over for a second. Nevik, with a performance roll, eating a slug on a 20.
Oh, dude, I'm totally gonna throw this thing in the air. And fucking, I'm gonna throw this thing in the air and catch it in my mouth, like swallow that shit.
This actually elicits like clapping. Like there's straight up like a couple of people that are applauding you there. Though a couple of them get bumped in the side by their friends that are like, look, man, fucking don't clap the fucking blasphemers, man. Like, what are you doing?
What? Why are you clapping?
Don't cheer for the fucking blasphemers in the streets.
He's so charismatic.
Yeah. Have you seen him? Though?
Look at his fucking
Like,
smile.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, like I said, there seems to be some sleight of hammer right here with Nevik.
Despite being a street rat his whole life, Nevik has like perfect fucking teeth, like 1950s like TV news anchor teeth, just like perfect.
There's that the light glitches, it's just right. I mean, I feel it, dude. It happens sometimes. So after they give you these things, which I assume you're all gonna eat, and if not, tell me.
Yes.
I just ate mine.
I don't enjoy drowning. This is definitely eating a slug is definitely preferable to drowning.
It's not
doesn't want the elves to remember the time that the half elf showed up and gave a little.
Some of the people watching you seem to want to gag when they're watching you here and there eat it. There's definitely some interest in like Gargag because he doesn't look like anything some of these people have ever seen.
What is
after they feed this to you, they're gonna approach.
Haven't you people ever seen an orc with a claw before? God,
yes,
keep your eyes to your fucking selves, people.
Cheese boys, like yeah.
Eyes up here.
So after they do that, they're gonna bring.
After
out
we eat the blue cheese slugs.
Yep. That fucking old cheese slugs. They're gonna bring you up here to this hole in the fucking cave here, like cave floor. It's kind of jutting, and basically, one of them starts to step in, and he quickly floats back to the top. Like swimming is second nature for these guys. It's zero issue. But he's gonna beckon for you to join, and there's a couple of armed ones behind you that seem pretty persuasive about you doing that. Come, I'll show you the council chamber.
We're innocent. Obviously, by complying and going with these people, we'll be able to prove it, and nothing can go wrong.
Right? I've never been in a throne or in a judgment chamber where things have gone wrong before.
As he says this, Fayrindis is going to turn back.
Every fucking time I end up in jail.
Fayrindis is going to turn to Jason, and it's like, oh, you sweet summer child.
Guys,
This is like the third time.
I can't.
At least that you guys have been.
I can't go back to jail, man. I can't go back. I can't
To
go
be
back.
fair, they captured us a lot less violently than the other two.
That is true.
I mean,
they did not.
I'm gonna
attack you.
comply for now, and I still have a weapon. So just know that
They
if I have
seem
to,
pretty prepared for
if I have
that.
to shiv one of you guys.
Plus,
and-
they also seem to
Are
be.
you gonna tell
they
them
also,
that? Are you saying
they're
that
also
out loud?
talking a lot about.
No.
Okay.
They're also talking a lot about like the laws and
Yeah.
and we seem to have broken maybe one or more of
Yes.
their laws. So we need to, as a lawful good person, I
mean,
need
like
to
I
just
said,
trust their justice
From the
system.
get-go, yeah, you definitely see there's some sort of turmoil going on. They've talked about how there's a council that has been disposed, and seems to be some sort of problem there, but they've left someone else in charge.
And they said the one guy isn't like he's like a hard ass or some shit like that.
The other guy was like, I don't think he's fucking competent enough to do this, especially with Gar being revived, and we need to fucking figure out what's going on with the council. And you overheard all this while you were sitting around waiting for the slugs.
Are we going to meet Fish Hitler?
Fish Hitler.
Fischler.
I was going to make the comment. It's like they say we killed the dragon.
Is this going to end up being
Yes,
Fish Hitler?
That seems to be a pretty large deal to them too. Was the death of Emerald? They definitely seem to think that you had something to do with that.
I mean, we definitely did.
They pulled out Nevic's meat of his body in his pocket as proof of point of that.
I mean it. I
point of
mean
proof. Yeah, point of proof. I was just hungry.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure this is where the kind of like the direct reason that shit happened.
So first off, this is just for our fun meta-wise. We literally almost had a very similar situation happen when we got out of the sewers and attacked the Kuatoa's tentacle monster thing. And then they were like, yo, they came out of the wood, they came out of the water, and they were like, fucking, what the fuck? And now here we are. We rolled up on the beach on the other side
I'm
of the
sorry, I
ocean.
keep taking
And
pieces of meat,
and
guys.
we rolled up on the other side of the ocean on the body of another beast. And the moment we get there, these sea elves are like, the fuck? So that's the
I'm
thing.
sorry.
This is a real trend. This is a real trend.
I
Stumbling
mean,
ass
just so you guys
backwards
know.
into these situations like
I'm
this.
sorry,
God damn it.
guys, that I take meat. Okay, like when fresh meat's lying there, you don't. That shit's gonna spoil.
All right, so
Might as well
Nevik is
try to
just a
cook
meat
it.
kind of guy, you
We're
know.
gonna take
Nevik
10
just
minutes, guys.
appreciates.
it is
fine meat.
9:40, and I'm gonna come back on 9:50. Sound good?
All right, cool.
Sounds good to me.
All right, I'll
Come
see
on
you
now.
guys 9:50. Word.
Yeah. Fitty?
Really?
So, Nevik.
No.
I jump in and immediately sink to the bottom. I'm still wearing the heavy armor.
Let's sink like a rock. God damn it! Who told them to wear the armor? Yeah, so you guys are gonna follow these guys. Still being escorted. They clearly, like I said, are COs. They have zero issue. They've got some web fingers here and there. They have no problem.
Think Kevin Costner from Waterworld.
Yeah, but blue skin.
I don't take back my statement. Your entire species smells like low tide. How dare you judge me for eating a slug?
Dude, they applauded me for eating the slug. What are you talking about?
You were going to be led down, several 100 feet for quite a while, swimming along. Probably takes like 20-30 minutes here with the swimming and chugging.
Oh man, look at the fish! Look at the fish!
They, like I said, you guys are going to have some trouble trying to keep up, actually, for the most part. You're being pulled along.
I only have one hand.
Yeah, but when you're down here, you see, and hopefully you can see, they have an elaborate city. It's several buildings here that have glowing blue lights. One of them has this giant glowing green crystal thing on top of it.
Yeah, very pretty.
There are multiple statues. So before you is a statue of what looks to be like a sea elf woman. She's definitely wearing a hat, has a trident in her hand. Give me some insight.
Do I recognize that trident? Yeah, let me roll some insight here. Insight.
Catching on. Who else held it? I think Nevik held it.
I held it, yeah. Oh, I think I recognize that.
I recognize that thing.
I built those grooves. So anybody rolling over 15 here would definitely recognize this as the same trident that
mine didn't come through for some reason. That's awesome.
I don't know what you.
I rolled a 17.
Okay,
I would roll a 17 because I rolled a 10
on that inside there. Anybody taking a glance would notice.
But my room just knows.
It literally just worked.
110% is absolutely certain. The rest of you are kind of certain, but the favorite just feels it. He's yes. That is the same trident.
Hey, is that?
He's instantly going to gain the insight that that was a stolen trident. That this was obviously some sort of a kingdom piece, fucking what you would pass down in a hierarchy.
Aquaman.
Yeah, because the statue itself looks fairly old.
Sorry.
And it weren't no sea elf holding it that we last saw.
Exactly. Off in the distance, you can also see a statue of a dragon. It's not quite as large, but it is certainly a statue of a dragon over there. That is for sure. Favorindus would recognize at least the
being led, right?
You are being led. Yeah, you'll be led. You were going to be led to one of these buildings, but we're just taking in the sights here for a minute. Ignore the fucking shadow of the boat up here in the top left. That doesn't exist. That's not a real thing. I don't think you.
I didn't even see the shadow of the boat.
With it being in dim light over 70 feet
You've
away.
broken my immersion.
Well, if you can
immersion.
Basically on the actual map, I have the lighting set up, so if you can see it, you can see it.
There's not any detail in the statue that strikes a chord with me.
You're free to try to squint at it with the old eyes.
Can I just
Well,
continue breathing through my mouth and hoping that I drink this water?
You were drowning. uh,
24.
so you definitely recognize that this is a sea dragon. You're not sure, if this is like a sea dragon. This isn't clearly, or at least if it's someone that you met, the representation isn't done well enough. But you recognize a sea dragon when you've seen them before. You've seen them in droves in the past.
You don't know if it's one of your exes, but
Yeah, well, the sea dragons used to have a pretty large population until they were hunted down, by many.
your fault.
So you
Yeah.
Your
genocided
fault.
2 races? You genocided 2 races?
Well, not just the entire dragon.
All dragons.
Yeah.
Dragons.
I feel like sea dragons would be a totally separate race from just a regular dragon.
Well, but you didn't turtle dragons.
They're yeah, exactly. But turtle dragons. They're not.
Sorry.
Nope.
That's why Jason wouldn't understand it as a dragon.
Yep. But this one does have I know this picture's got wings and shit, but like I said, it's a sea dragon for sure. Like you would recognize that.
I don't know how this would work underwater, but I'm sort of gonna shed a tear.
So one more tear in the salty ocean.
Exactly. I don't know how the physics.
I'm the only one that knows the ocean is made of dragon tears. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add some more salt, just sort of like. I'm sort of longing for.
So the guys that are pulling you along here, when they guys approach you, there's definitely kind of a calm to them. They don't, seem to be as tense as they were in the crowd. They seem to be relieved to be away from the crowd. There are a number of them. There's at least 1 or 2 of them for each of you here. They're kind of encircling you here, but they, seem to enjoy seeing you looking at their city, and seem to enjoy seeing the city themselves as they're escorting you through this. And the city itself, is an elvish city, but it's a sea elf city, so
So it's just regular elven architecture, but like carved into like coral and shit.
Pretty much. It's like I said, it's very ornate, very pretty.
Is this the lost elven city of Atlanta?
I know.
Atlanta.
Call Atlanta. Yeah. No.
The lost elven city of Atlanta.
We're not calling it Atlanta.
If we're gonna lose a city, it's gonna be New Orleans. We're definitely gonna have the lost city of New Orleans before we have the lost city of Atlanta.
The lost city of Nowlands.
City of Detroit.
It's in a giant bowl. The ocean level goes up, it goes under. That's how it works.
Detroit was when we were in the Drow City.
So,
Nah, it was far too clean to be Detroit.
So you guys are going to eventually be led to this larger building here, which is the council building. I don't have like an interior of the council building, so you're going to have to just head canon.
Imagination.
Version ruin.
Yep. No.
Dragon immersion. I thought we had boards, man.
Is this a dragon skeleton?
You're free to try to just figure that out. It's clearly
It's a giant ballroom with like marble floors, but everything else is like coral. And at the end of this like one ballroom is like a giant council like sort of bar.
So,
they would
the inside we get
Like
into
they
it.
like
This
sit
is,
up on a stage
this
with
is not
chairs.
Right.
This is not
Yeah.
Don Dragon Bones. This is these are some sort of snake, but it is not a dragon.
Other
It's just-
reptiles.
Yeah, it's another reptile. Some sort of sea serpent, but you're not sure. It's not that. Anyway, so you're going to be escorted through this large building for a minute. And yeah, there's plenty of like hallways and chambers here. And it's just as filled with water as everything else is. And yeah, it is ornate and, it does have many chambers here. But the chamber you're being brought back to clearly has 6 chairs in it. But in one of them is what looks to be a young man in a clearly dressed robe. And he's like, waving his hands passively at the 2 guards that have escorted you, and he's like, What have you brought me here? What is this?" And the guy's explaining to him, he's like, "These are the beings that we found next to the corpse of fucking, I got this shit written down so that I don't remember it, because Emerald, that's what I get for naming all my characters. Giant sea turtle guy. And So we have to clearly wait your decision. We'll do so. And they straight up turn around and leave you in the room with this guy. And this is a circular room. There are
Just
2
alone
doors. Yeah.
with
Yep.
5 people?
Yep.
Wow, these guys really aren't smart, are they?
I mean, I'm just telling you this is what happens, right? They're very, very trusting or not. Now the guy across the hall here, definitely seems kind of off put by their behavior. Seems annoyed, and he turns his back to you for a moment. He goes to sit that back down. He's like, huffs, and he's like, so, what is this? What are you? What is it? That is the darkest green skin I've ever seen. Explain yourselves.
We're simply lost travelers.
Lost travelers, and you come on the back of the ancient Lord Emerald, and for what reason? I heard they tell me that you've been caught with the pieces of body parts of Emerald. Do you understand what you've done?
Fayrindus is pointing at Nevik.
So I like loosen my collar. We didn't kill the giant turtle. It saved
Elvish?
our lives. Yeah, we're speaking Elvish, so
Yeah.
you have no clue what
Yeah.
we're saying.
So, explained you saved your lives, and hold on before we continue. I need to know what's going on with him, and he's pointing at Gargak. I've never seen such an arm, and it doesn't look.
I think that's Gar's
Yeah, I imagine
arm.
it's painful.
Is that natural?
Look,
is this a natural
no,
thing?
that is not what he usually looks like. Look, everything in due time, my good man.
And
Let
you're over
me.
there, and he points at Nevik, and he's like, "What? What is that? Is that your hand? That broken dagger something that you have?"
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was. I
So
mean,
this
I
guy-
had an actual hand,
Look,
but
wait,
then,
hold on. Look, hey, man, you definitely want me to explain it. Yeah, he's
Okay.
he's gonna take
meta-wise,
way
like I
too
said, like
long.
this- So
everything went
meta-wise-
down when
Hold on,
I was a
before we continue.
stowaway on a ship from Daventry.
Before we continue, so you guys are like kind of on a lowered floor here to this guy. It's not like too much lowered, but you guys kind of have to look up a little bit to him when you speak.
Yeah,
to
I
him and you
imagine
sit
it's
down.
like a Congress chamber or like a
Yes,
city
exactly.
hall, like.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a large empty room
Yeah.
and it's just a desk where 6 people can sit and no
Yeah.
other chairs.
Yeah, and then exactly, you basically walk up in the center and talk to these guys or not. But there's only one of them here, and he seems annoyed. He's definitely wearing some sort of royal looking shit, and the way he's acting is very much in a royal kind of fashion. Like he does, it's not assuming he'll harm or anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I said, he's pointing out the
so-
different oddities here. So you continue.
Yeah, okay, so just let me explain what's going on. All right, so
It all started when I
it was,
was,
I physically
You two
covered
actually-
No way.
So yeah,
From Daventry.
Nevik and Jason are actually the only two who speak Elvish.
yeah.
Yes.
So they would be the only two who would understand. Gargak and Fayrindus, the rest of you guys would be standing there, not
Nevik.
understanding what the
I'm
conversation
gonna
was. You would
I'm gonna-
clearly
I'm gonna
see
look
yourself being pointed
He
at.
said something about me. What did he
Yeah,
say?
yeah, you can hear your
I'm gonna
names.
look Nevik in the eye. I'm gonna look Nevik. I just need you to back me up here. Let me explain, and you just you just give your nodding approval, and you're like, yeah, exactly what he said. Okay. So
Okay.
Now, Nevik, if you
Me and my-
don't agree to this, he needs to roll a persuasion roll. That's what I need to know from the game perspective.
No. Yeah, no. I would agree to this. So
Okay,
to back him up.
it's because we don't need to go as far back as Nevik always goes. We
I
just,
mean,
we just need to go a
that's-
day or
that's-
two back.
That's when it all started.
All right.
If he needs
So-
to know,
I'm gonna go back to me and my friends here die.
That much is
we-
obvious, and I will say, from what I'm aware of the Ghost Walk, you are very off course. It has been eons since we've seen your kind out here.
Yeah, no, things are fucking wild, bro. I don't even have the time to explain it to you. Like, so many things happened before we died.
Hold on, before we
God
continue,
of Death,
before we
Memory
continue,
Goddess,
hold on.
Oracle.
Before you get into that, I need to understand what has gone wrong with the oceans. The walls here in this cavern are the only thing that protect our city. Beyond this, we cannot hunt, we cannot fish, we cannot. We have entire groups of people out lost that are soon dead.
Okay. Listen. All right, we died. We tried to go on the ghost walk. Drows got in the way. We escaped the drow to the ocean. Then we met some fish people. People.
So to be clear, you died and you came here recently.
Yes.
Hold on. From my
it's been like a week or a month. Time is weird, man. I don't even know how long I've been dead.
From my understanding, the Ghost Walk has ended and has been ended for months. They say the portal has been sealed. That's the Drow are furious. That's why they've been pressing our people so in the last several months. And you're telling me you passed through this portal upon death?
I think it broke after we got through.
So you not only passed through it, but then you broke it further.
No.
I didn't break it.
The rumors of it breaking was true, but we were like one of the last groups to get through.
My guards tell me you were carrying a drow lantern. Tell us now, if you work with them, I will execute you.
If what?
If you work for them, I will execute. So first off, he's like, you were carrying a drow lantern.
So
and then he says,
I mean, I just tried to explain to you that we escaped from the drow.
Okay.
They had us captured. You see me? You see the eye? That's from a drow. We don't work for the drow.
I've seen the likes of their work before.
I stole that lantern because I'm gonna find out some way to destroy it and free the souls in it. Because they told me what was in it. Okay, man. That's why I had the lantern.
Look, as I know, those souls are not. Even if you free them, they're mad. They'll attack you immediately.
I'm trying to like throw them directly into like the soul well, my man.
So you plan to carry them to the great beyond?
As far as I can take them, yeah.
That was his plan until your guys threw him in.
Friends of yours?
What?
Okay, my friends, they're not a group.
In the lantern, why would anyone go to such great lengths to retrieve such an item from the drow?
Oh, I mean, it's the right thing to do.
I suppose. Okay.
I mean, if you were trapped in the lantern, wouldn't you hope that someone would come along and take it?
Of you? What is you over there? I was told you were hiding. You weren't with your group when you were found. So, are you with them or not?
My injury. I'm gonna like hold up my arm and talk about how it was holding me back.
And they left you behind. And he starts looking at the other ones. And this.
No, they always know I'll catch up. I'm always.
So, again, back to the matter of hand. We have.
I'm always.
Okay, yeah, no, please, sir, let me continue. So after we escaped from the drow, we met up with some fish people because we apparently killed their god.
Hold on. You speak of the Koatoa, the small tribes on the outer coast.
Yeah.
Yes. So while we were there with them,
have you had the
they asked us
mismeeting the Shoggoth?
I feel like it had the misfortune of meeting us.
The Sahagin. That's it. That's what it's called. Excuse me, Sahagin in my brain.
Unfortunately, I feel like it had the unfortunate pleasure of meeting us. But either way, after we met the fish people, and the fish people were like, "Hey, the ocean's going kind of wild. We want you to go look at it." And I didn't know what the fuck they were saying, but he did.
Storm's
he agreed.
Been rising for weeks.
What? What?
You've noticed. If you had at least been in the area,
We've kind of been getting chased down by the drow for the last couple weeks. We just got to the ocean.
Have you brought the drow to the seas? If you were here to cause trouble for me and my kingdom and are leading the drow here,
no.
Such plans, and not trying to if we are.
I'm gonna tap Jason on the shoulder.
We don't mean to do that. We may have inadvertently done that.
I was never captured by the drow.
That was not my.
We're just trying to get away from the drow. Actually, we're trying to get to the shining city,
so
or
being tapped on the shoulder by
city.
another old man behind you.
Jason, can you tell him we're sorry about the dragon turtle?
I'm getting to that. So,
tell him we're sorry
anyway,
about the dragon turtle.
He says we're sorry about the dragon turtle, is what that is.
Dragon turtle? You speak Emerald.
Sad. Got him.
Speak of Emerald.
All right, so anyway, after we talked to the fish people and agreed to go check out what's going on with the ocean, we ran into this weird guy calling himself Gar. And he definitely
Gar, hold on, excuse me, you say a person named Gar. Gar is a great beast.
Giant shark. Yes, I'm aware. Gar's a giant shark. This guy was not a giant shark. So anyway, he was like, I'm taking over the ocean, and we tried to convince him not to do it, and he was like, fuck you guys. So we attempted to persuade him physically.
Lots of stabs.
Anyway, he refused to give up on his pursuit of evil, and we ended up having to kill him.
He said
so
he
many
was going
steps.
to claim the ocean.
So many steps.
In the name of what?
He was up.
In the
he
name
was
of
calling
God.
himself. Oh yeah, he was also waving around a trident that looked a lot like the one your statue was holding.
At this, he cocked his head a little bit. And he's like, "Wait, you said he was clutching a trident. The trident of mirror.
I grabbed it first.
Our trident.
I grabbed it first.
I don't know about that. It did look like a lot like that one. It kind of like faded from existence, though.
Has anyone told you what is going on here in our kingdom? Has anyone? How long have you been? Have they kept you here overnight?
We just got here, man. They brought us straight.
We've been here for weeks.
So, first, let me introduce myself. I am Council Member Therival, and you have made it to the city of the great city of Erevan upon apparently slaying one of our legendary beasts. And
wait, you didn't let me finish. We didn't slay your legendary beast.
And let me, you are claiming a being known as, who is claiming to be Gar.
Gar, yes, the giant shark,
the bringer of death of the seas, and he is holding the trident of Muriel. Is that what that's what I'm gathering?
I'm gonna look at Nevik.
And so, when no one's told you of the recent crimes that have happened within the council.
That sounds about right, though. I mean, can I just like poke my nose? Like he's gonna look at me, and I'm just gonna look at him and poke my nose.
You're free to take these
nail on the head, man.
I'm trying to rely on you being the face, okay, man. I know I can be unpersuasive at times.
And you're claiming,
you just got that smile, that goddamn smile.
You're claiming that the trident just disappeared, and that you had it. And he points at Nevik, and it just disappeared.
No.
And what became of this Gar character then? Where's
okay, for some reason we were picked up. Like the literal sands that we were standing on after I grabbed the trident, the turtle that we rode in on.
You're claiming you were carried by Emerald from the ocean floor, that the entire time Emerald's just been hiding under the ocean floor.
Yes.
He laughs at us a little bit of this, kind of scoffs. He's just like,
Oh,
"This is a wild story you're making up, and I don't.
no,
Well, why
no,
should I
no,
believe you?
no.
Guys,
I mean,
what
we
is-
wrote.
This is not a deception, so it's a persuasion,
I
right?
mean, yeah, it is the truth. Yeah.
Did you tell him the dragon turtle talked?
Like like he looks at me and he's like, Nevik, like tell this guy, and I just immediately start like
Shrug.
spilling the guts about how like I grabbed this trident and it disappeared, and then this giant turtle popped up, and oh my god, and like
So you're not that persuasive. You were trying your best, but
I'm stuttering.
and he's like, I'm not
Thanks.
sure I'm buying
I can't even
this.
imagine.
So if you know where the
Okay.
trident is, you have to tell us. You don't understand. It's a matter of secession, and the
Okay,
entire
so
council is in
after we killed-
disarray. We have to deal with
after-
this.
I don't
After
know.
we killed the guy who is obviously not Gar, he turned into Gar.
Dude, we didn't hear the dragon talk. What are you talking about?
Excuse me.
The dragon turtle.
So you're telling me that the ancient Death Lord Gar roams the oceans once again, and that's why the storms have returned.
Yes, and he
the
has
sea,
the trident.
The sea is very angry. The ocean's very angry.
And I'm like, Fairy Rendus is just gonna like tap on your shoulder again. It's like, yeah, I'm fairly certain that was actually Gar, like just
So
based on everything.
kind of like lean his head back. He's just like, ooh, that's man. Look, and he eventually like literally slumps forward and puts his like elbows on his knees, kind of looking his head down. He's just shaking his head. He's like, I don't know if I can deal with that.
And
man.
let me blow your mind even further. I'm gonna point at the old man who's just been pestering the shit out of me and Nevik to say shit to this guy. He's Feyrundis.
Sure.
Okay, wait, and I am gonna join in on this, but I don't believe it.
He's gonna chuckle and he's gonna like wave his hand up. He's like, sure, why not? Why not? You know, I mean, if Gar's back, I mean, my lieutenants would certainly not lie to me.
He totally is.
They tell me the body of Emerald is on the oceans. I've yet to go walk down there and touch it. I'm supposed to this afternoon. You do
Actually,
understand?
I brought a peek.
There are
I'm
people,
sorry.
There are people amongst my tribe who revered Emerald for years and years and years. And you're telling me that she sacrificed herself for outsiders, for beings not of these oceans, for Gar.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. That's the truth.
I'm.
Okay, I don't know
But
if
you claim you've seen the trident, right?
Okay, I don't know. Okay, I don't know
Yes.
if because I touched
So-
the trident. The
You do
turtle
understand
brought
that
us here,
the reason
and the
that
shark.
I'm here alone, the reason the rest of the councils has been broken down and sequestered, is because there was a recent murder in the council, and the problem is that we can't really trust anyone to investigate it because of how divided they are.
Are we doing a murder mystery right now?
Hell
Is
yeah,
that what we're
gonna
doing?
do a murder mystery. Y'all wanna do a murder mystery?
Shit!
Hell yeah.
Holy
Shut up,
shit!
murder mystery.
Yeah, we're sort of set up for a murder mystery. That's what I'm set up for.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck yes!
he's like, and I can't trust anyone on the outside. You mentioned the Kuatoa, but like I said, have you had the misfortune of meeting the Sahagin? They're quite different. They have these fins on the side of their face. He like holds his hands up, like kind of make a display of this. They're vicious creatures, shape changers. They always go for blood. We've been in battle with them for quite some time.
No, man, everybody's a battle. Everybody.
But you see, the problem is that they can imitate you. They can change shape. They can clearly look like any of you. And he looks around and at you. And if I hadn't be speaking to you and hear you explain yourselves, unlike that one, kind of points at Gargak with the metal arm, I wouldn't be persuaded that
A wave.
the weight of metal claw. He kind of
Waves the metal claw.
Anyway, so he's like, I'm not sure I would believe you were all here, but I need an outsider. I need someone who can investigate this that is not politically affiliated. They're not going to have anything to gain from this, and I need the trident recovered. Without it, solving the mystery of, who killed. I got his name written down.
Oh
Roland.
yeah.
Who
Oh yeah,
killed
because
Roland?
it's not gonna be suspicious that we go poking around, eh?
It will be suspicious, but you'll have my blessing. At least. For
I
some
don't know,
time.
man. Everyone outside seemed pretty mad about like what went down.
They'll be
You-
even more upset when Gar breaks through these walls. If what you say is true, it's only a matter of time.
They seem.
Oh yeah, and
to
he's
win.
coming for us, buddy. I forgot to mention that too. Yeah, we kind of really pissed him off.
I've heard the storms have only gone worse. And
Yeah, he had the whole ocean yelling at us all night.
If he does,
Like,
if he truly does hold the trident of Muriel, then he commands those oceans. By right, we have to get that away from him. If what you're saying is true, then it's not a matter of, my people being angry. My people will be angry, but they won't survive. And we can't do this without the guidance of the council. I can't do this alone. So I need to solve. Who
Probably
killed
because you're not a
Roland.
dragon anymore.
He was never a dragon to begin with.
No, not you. Faye ruined us.
Oh, I was
Argak.
writing something in chat. I'm sorry, I didn't see that part.
Yeah, sorry.
But he's like, if we don't solve, who murdered Roland and get the trident back, then it's. I'm not sure what we're going to do. There are no laws written for such situations.
I'm just gonna dead ass ask him. It wasn't you, was it?
No, of course not. You think
All right,
they would
can I
put me in
insight
charge?
check his answer?
Yeah, you're pretty good. So yeah, he's definitely clearly earnest about this, and he's like, no, I was the one who found Roland on the floor, and of course, there was suspicion, and I'm sure there are others that do, but I can assure you, I would not do such a thing. And out of those of us that did survive that evening, this is who they chose. They elected me to lead the council until the mystery was solved. We have some of our best men investigating it currently, but as I said, there's such a tension and leaning over who will be the next leader of the council that I'm afraid it blinds them. But with this information you bring me about the returning of guard, this brings a matter that I could have let move on naturally for months, and eventually men would find out who did this. But
Yo, man, this is small beans. What's going on with Gar? Like, ooh.
yeah, exactly.
Like, yo,
He's like, we don't have time. We need to fucking figure this out, right? So I can bring you to my lead investigator.
No, like even like Gar being back, that's still kind of small beans with what's all going on in the world right now, man. But sure, we'll
Hold on. Excuse me. You're telling me that the return of the literal devourer of cities and oceans is not a big deal for you. I mean, I don't know.
I witnessed the
haven't been to
rebirth of the
surface world
death
for quite
god.
some time, but yeah, that's what you're telling me. You're telling me that the guards returned.
No. I'm talking about the death god.
What? I'm not understanding. When
That's right.
Asarak, yeah, that's his name.
I've heard strange tales, but I'm not quite familiar with
The wagon's deal.
what it is you speak of. As far as I know, the spirits pass beyond till they go to that dwarven city, and there they go beyond to another realm.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't think it was funny that all that shit kind of stopped?
It caused problems and tensions with the drow. They apparently use these beings as some form of resource, but it wasn't a problem for us as we were, broken by distance by the ocean. But I've heard things. Heard that they've pressed and enslaved many Koatoa.
But anyway, so
What was in the chili and that shit when we were at
What was in the chili?
prison? It was Koatoa. Wait.
I didn't get fed, so
Back it.
Gargak doesn't care.
Wait, what?
As long as it's in chili form, he don't give a fuck.
I know he didn't care. I was saying he was eating Koto chili at the fucking Drow prison.
Are you telling us any of this, or are we just going to go on another adventure because somebody decided to of what we were doing, and then are you fixing to Nevik us?
I mean, I'm just telling you what's going on. Yeah.
I'm asking Jason. Is Jason fixing to Nevik me? And
Yes, we're Nevicking. I'm Nevicking you into a murder mystery. You don't get it. You don't have an option. We're doing this.
I mean, yeah, you guys could just be like, fuck you guys, and start attacking people in this room and kill this guy and fucking fight your way out. I mean, you do this whatever you want. I mean, it's fucking your campaign, guys. I'm here.
I do have my weapon.
I want their murder
Let me just
mystery.
teleport behind him and stab him in the back and claim the throne.
But I also want my lamp back. God damn it!
I
Yeah.
can have a man retrieve it, but you do understand that such items are viewed as completely blasphemous. No one will allow it in the city. I'm afraid they likely won't even want to touch it very long.
I mean, it's just a lamp for me, man. Like I
No.
said, I got noble goals with it. I'm trying to.
Perhaps you
Trying
do,
to
but what
take
you
it.
carry in that lantern is suffering in its purest form. Endless. It is what casts the lights. It's why they burn. It's wicked.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna dead ass look at him. He's like, it's suffering in a can. Like, okay.
That's basically what it is. Yeah, he's like, dude, yeah, this is fucking suffering in a can, man. Yeah. It's like,
That's cool with me, man.
people's
Like,
souls.
so
It's
I
not
mean,
great.
I wish I could take on their suffering, but like, suffering's kind of like my whole shtick.
If that's so, then if you stick around long and we don't, bring upon the council, we are gonna all suffer. Because if guards truly after you, these walls won't hold up for long. Though I have had no
Okay,
reports
look,
to back up what you've said. So I'm
Murder mystery.
I'm purely going on faith, and I will allow that for some times. But if I hear that you leave the city, I will have you hunted down. You do understand that, right?
Yeah.
Can I just like?
I mean, we can't.
I'm
we-
just
first off,
performance
First
check.
off, we
Oh,
came
black.
willingly, and second off, just like if I can't have the lantern in the city, just be sure
is
it's
it
like
deception?
secured so that when we do leave, I can take it with me.
I think it would be deception of like.
I can, like I said, I'll have one of my men retrieve it, but to parade it around the city would cause a lot of problems amongst my population. I don't think we could do that. I mean, it's enough that I'll have you here. I'll have to have a couple of men perhaps escort you or keep an eye on you at least. And like I said, if I'm choosing to believe that Lieutenant Gar, then we don't have much time.
I do
And
not really
if you
like
fail,
to be
you'll-
followed.
If you fail, you'll fail with us, and we'll all die together then, won't we?
All right, so yeah, let's bring this.
I've left literally 3 species behind in the dust as they
literally
fucking died,
Destroyed an
man.
entire fucking species, man. Populations have been dented. Like, if you knew we did the surface with the sun, you wouldn't even talk to us, dude. You'd be like, "Oh shit!"
And it's not even like I had a direct hand in it. It was just like I just sort of showed up there and it happened.
These things happen. I just was there and like bad. I mean, that's kind of the
Whoa,
story.
werewolves
A
happen.
lot of the story of the party of Elorath so far has just been misfortune events after one another. In the sense that it's kind of just the unwilling party. Like
A series of misfortunate events.
Well, I like to think of it like like I said, the unwilling party, the Frodo, the Lord of the Rings.
Why is this happening to me?
They didn't
What's
necessarily
happening?
want to do this.
What's going on?
Yeah, they didn't necessarily want to get caught into this. Like they got caught into something, and then it kind of spiraled, and then they get like really spiraled, and now it's just like over the hills, bananas. Like
What is? Yeah. What? Oh God. I don't want to.
completely.
I don't wanna-
You know,
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
like why is it this stopping? Why is this something getting worse? Yeah, those are legit thoughts to have at this point. Yes.
and yeah, let's do this murder mystery thing. I'll find out who killed that guy.
I mean,
I don't want
yeah,
any-
yeah.
No escorts.
Show me. You tell me how you gonna do it, man.
No.
Ask the guy if he speaks his Deutsch.
No, he doesn't
Es
speak common.
sprechen
Like I said,
Sie
these guys- Yeah, he
Deutsch?
doesn't speak common. These guys speak Sea Elf and
What is it to like? I wanna.
like I said, they
Like-
were kind of shocked at even seeing.
I
Elorath,
want to
right?
meet the head of whatever their police shit is, the head of their fucking investigation shit, and then
Yeah, that's
no
what he's-
no escorts.
He's not going to agree to that. Like I said, these people view you as criminals. They still believe
At all?
that you. So to be clear, they still believe that you killed this fucking turtle guy who was like a legendary fucking awesome like some sort of martyr.
You're telling me
So
you're
I
like
could-
presidential
I can't,
pardon us for
I
that?
can't like
Yeah,
like
and
intimidate
so, when you
like, I
say
did kill this
to this guy-
motherfucker.
when you
Like
say
you better
this
back.
guy- when you say to this guy, motherfucking, yo, well, Gar's returning, and he's like, yeah, okay, I'll listen to you because that's a very serious accusation, but I, at the same time, don't believe you. And if you want me to believe you, I want you to fucking help me solve this problem that I got, right? And then we can fucking
Alright.
deal with that. Either way,
Alright.
I mean, it's
he's like,
gonna be
we
kind
can
of
either-
hard for us
he-
to. Okay, it's gonna be kind of hard for us to solve your problem and be discreet with guards following us. That's what Nevik's getting at.
I mean that may be, but I can't let you go unfettered about in the city.
No, I understand. I apologize. And can I?
I mean,
Yeah,
so
I want-
Nevik
I
just
want to-
Batman's away.
Also,
No, yeah, now I want
clear
to ensure
about-
him
about
that
this. Let me again to be clear. You guys are unseen. They to them they just told you that the Ghost Walker does not come through this way. So they are only a couple of them seem to be mildly even aware of what kind of creature you are, right? Like they're humans aren't.
Gotcha.
These aren't things here, right? These are people he sees. And orcs with claws are certainly not fucking things they see here, right? So that's what I'm saying. And now you're like, oh, I'm gonna walk around the city, without a guard. But at the same time,
No,
you
I will-
literally just rolled up on the fucking ocean. You're being charged with a crime.
yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna
this is not a
assure him.
situation in which you're having a conversation with a counselor. You see what I'm saying?
No, gonna do the rules.
This is the guy who
promise
could order you executed if you wanted. That's what he's the implication is here.
Yeah, gonna play by the rules.
But at the same time, they did put you in this room alone with this guy. So I mean, that's on them.
I do have a teleporting dagger.
I mean, again, how they do. it.
Not gonna do.
Nevik needs to commission some cardboard cutouts he can carry around.
So if you would like to say, yeah, he says, you want to speak to these people, I can bring you to Lieutenant Thevin. That's not a problem. His name is Thevin. Yeah, with a TH. What up? How you like that?
7.
Yeah.
Gross.
Actually,
The
I got
worst
that.
kind of fucking
I-
Steven.
I got that from a fucking generator. I was just reusing it.
Like, I can hide anything at this point.
And you can speak Faerundis. There are other people in the room
Or
that
I'm-
understand common, but that does not mean that the elf lord, sea elf lord here that's speaking, understands it, and that the conversation that they're having is in.
What about dragons? Like,
So, yeah, you were
I
free.
think
to-
I'm asking, like, what's up with the dragon statue? Do you guys know dragons? I want to see some dragons.
Yeah, I mean, you're free to.
Don't mind him. He's a
My-
doddering old man.
my elderly friend here is asking about
I mean, it's
dragons
I
because
mean, no,
of
it's like
the
it's just like
statue.
it's just like your thirst, though. It's like that is my
That's the thing.
vice. That is my vice of being dead. Is that it's like I long to hear the sounds of my people.
He's like,
Yeah,
yes,
so, yeah.
That you genocided.
we have,
dragon.
we have quite a few revered, serpents and serpent kind of dragons and draconics in our lore. The statue of sea is a being known as Varric. He said
I
that
mean-
defended the seas long before these walls were established.
This guy over here apparently is
Still alive?
Faerundis.
No, there are legends that say he hides somewhere underneath the ocean, but as far as I know, those are just fairy tales.
So, tell us more about the council that will be investigating.
I think it's best if I let Lieutenant Thevin fill you in on what's going on. You do understand that, if what you find is true and it can be proven, then I will need to not be associated. Because there are others who already suspect that I am, since I discovered Roland's body. You understand? This is why Lieutenant Devon is in charge of the investigation.
You sure you didn't kill that
I,
guy? I'm just messing with you, man.
Execute that one. The rest of them you can keep. So,
Because of course he's already asked that question. So.
Yeah. So if that's it, if you guys are going to put up any argument with that guy, he's going to.
Nah, man. Let's go out here and do this thing, and then I'm gonna
take his hand where he picks up this big sphere-like boulder and straight up bash it on the side of this fucking large chair that he's sitting in, and makes large noise. Those doors swing open. 2 guards come back in. Right. They escort you for a second. He says, bring them to Lieutenant Devon. Lieutenant Devon's down the hall, and he's in a small room in which you can see.
See him in a smoky room.
What looks like a tattered, colored robe on the ground here. This is a red robe. And it looks like some sort of dining hall. Like it looks like there was. There's like a table on the floor here. It looks like there was some sort of food situation going on here. You don't see any slugs. And he looks up. This is what he would hear. He says, the guard explains that, Therabald has said there to assist you in your investigation. We will remain here by the doors. If you, need us, let us know. We can assist. Kind of giving Gargak a really, angry glare, because he's the one that has escorted him. He's a little bit larger than the guy who actually got him to begin with. They leave the room. They leave you and this other guy.
Why do they keep leaving us alone?
I mean, yeah, like I said, they seem
that
to be
is
some sort of, trusting me.
That is suspicious as fuck.
Yep.
There's a test.
I mean, again, this is you'll.
I'm gonna dead ass ask the lieutenant. Is it common practice for you to leave people alone in a room like this, especially high-ranking individuals?
Privacy is valued amongst our people. That's true. Actually, that's part of the conundrum here and why we.
The problem of
got into this.
People murdering other people. Yeah, it's everybody's alone in a room.
Well, do understand that every month the way the councilship works is in privacy. It's worked this way well for years and years and years. They come and
I'm just saying, maybe hire a select few special guards that can keep a secret to service your council members. We'll call it something like
defeat the purpose.
Fuck, shit. What? A secret service.
That's such an outsider's point of view. See, if they could invade our privacy, then what point is our privacy? Is there no honor in our conversation? I trust you. Do you not trust me?
I mean, it's.
It's not as if I could bark an order and they'd open the door and escort you away.
I mean, I'm just saying, it just seems very.
Like since it's like he's explaining to you, it's part of their culture. They fucking straight up all naturally we're gonna leave you here alone. Privately, we don't want to invade your conversations. If you're not gonna invite us in this room, we're not here. That sort of thing.
Way is the old way.
That's real Watergatey, man. That's real Watergate.
Welcome to fucking Elorathian Sea Elves, man. You got to give your culture some spice, right? And that's what we got.
I mean, I'm not saying that I don't trust you or that you don't trust me. I'm just saying maybe implicitly have some safeguards in place. So stuff like
safeguards in place, and if you wanted to kill me, surely you could. But just as before, if we wanted to kill you long before you could get here, we would. We're not savages here, and clearly you aren't either.
Well, I mean, someone murdered and no one knows what's going on.
Always that little.
Besides, if I remind you, and he reaches down and touches a hilt of a sword that is attached to his waist. Only one of us is armed.
I have the power of anime and God on my side.
Fayrindis is gonna understand the threat if you understand the language, and Fayrindis is gonna laugh.
I'll still just speaking Elvish here. Why are you laughing?
Because because that is
Oh, because he touched his sword. Okay.
that is the gesture is a
Yeah, it's
understood
pretty
gesture
yeah.
of like. Okay, he's like, yeah, but I have a weapon, and Bayrindus just sort of chuckles to himself because
Gargak is standing directly next to him.
Gargak is standing here, and also I can throw
It still has
fireballs.
the claw.
I also throw fireballs without the need of a weapon, so
I mean, he doesn't know that. Like they fucking, like I said, he's.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm laughing. That is 100% the reason I'm like chuckling to myself.
But also, we are being trustworthy.
But yeah, exactly. He seems to like the idea that you're even like outsiders, and it's just almost like polite here to like offer you trust from the get go, right? Is what they're doing. And,
Very odd.
Yeah.
Very odd.
Well, that's welcome to see culture, man.
Trust until you break it, Sarah.
This is.
So he can explain. I mean, if you want to continue talking to the guy, so this guy, he's explained like that's. It may seem odd to the outsiders, but it's worked that way here for eons. Our councilships have always met in private. Our families, meet in private. We value it. Sometimes being alone is best with one's thoughts. I mean, him over there with the giant claw in his arm. Surely he understands. He looks like a man who appreciates isolation. Looking the way he does.
What's going on in Gargak's mind right now as you just zone out while we speak Elvish?
Look at the way he does. And you would see him just kind of like motioning at you. And yeah, for the rest of you who don't speak Sea Elf or Elven, it would just sound like fucking squid squeaking noises or something. It's like,
I mean, wouldn't it just be Elvish?
it would sound like fish conversation.
Blub, 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 blub.
Elvish underwater.
Yep.
It
It would sound like that. You and I would sound like if we got underwater and spoke Elvish.
Hello.
Yeah, not good.
Hello.
But it's like
I'll
clear
look
that
at
they're
my
saying something.
peanuts.
Look, I mean, it's just not. I mean, it's just not in the interest of security to happen to go around like this. And maybe with what's happened here, moving forward, some sort of security measures could be put in place. But I'm not here to critique your
You gotta
culture
be-
Perhaps.
or
These are not
what you're doing
decisions
here.
that I get to make.
I'm here. I'm here to figure out what's going on with the murder. Tell me, who's being implicated right now, and
Who are our suspects?
Well, it's almost certain it was one of the council members. We know they were the other ones in the building, but it certainly isn't Roland. He's the one that was killed, and no one suspects Derville, truly. He's had no motivation. He's so young. He had nothing to gain from the end of Ervin's life. But, I'll tell you what I know. So, like I said, we are trusting people. Our council, they meet privately. They gather in one another's house under the feast of night of a new moon. Every time. Will day.
how do you guys know when the new moon is? We're underground.
They are underground, and that is a question you can ask him if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that legitimate question. Like, I guess the tides.
Yeah, right. So exactly, they'll know the new moon by the sea. He would seem kind of. In fact, he would just kind of chuckle, at your response and be like, "Well, to an outsider that may see, you may need to see the full moon of the ocean, in the sky." And there are those that have traveled that far to see such things, but here we just tell by the shift in the sea. We can feel it in the water.
Feel it. Water.
So anyway, about our suspects.
So, yes, there are 6 members remaining on the council member who are suspects. And as I was saying, they have this feast every new moon. It's an ancient tradition where a host, provides these colored robes to, each of the guests, and the host cooks and serves food. And things are usually well. They discuss times of the day and they debate and move on. And when they meet the council member the next week, there's no conversation or cutthroatness or anything that happens on the council floor. Instead, what has been said behind closed doors has already been said. And this has worked this way for years and years and years. But at last month's feast, someone poisoned the wine, and it killed Roland and made the rest of the members severely sick. For days and days, they were in and out of consciousness. It was truly a miracle that all of them survived. Some of them are quite old. But everyone remembers and saw Therival when the door was opened and found him with Renell, so clearly he couldn't have done it. He was on the outside of the door when Renell was dead on the other side. In fact, no one was in there with him. And that's the conundrum we have.
Wait a second. You're telling me that it was a poisoning,
Yeep.
and every member of the council was poisoned,
Yeep.
but only one person died
Yeep.
who had access to the wine.
I mean, this was the host.
And if it was another council member,
So they
why would they
to
poison
be clear,
themselves?
They fucking change houses. So this was a person, one of the council members hosting a party, right? And then every time there's a new moon, another council member hosts a party at their house of the same nature, right?
Yes.
Okay, so just so we're all clear on that.
Right, so whose house was it?
So you were standing in the house of Antonia. We're just gonna say Auntie to make it easier on my tongue.
You didn't have to give her such a shitty name.
I did. I used a generator. I was like, "Yay, generator! We're gonna do this."
Okay, so we're standing in the house.
Yes.
All right. So does
So
this
the
house
houses
have
of these council members
servants?
seem to be, like I said, just shortly away from where these buildings are. The houses themselves have servants, yes, but when the feast takes place, it is tradition that only the council members are left in the building. This is part of the privacy we spoke of before. So they
Okay,
weren't here.
I mean,
no one was here except
then-
the council members.
But there would have been servants here during the day, right? Like before the council members come here, and then they would have left. And surely they would have known
In the morning,
that the council members would have been here.
Yes, they knew they were coming. Everyone knows.
And I can't obviously suspect a council member of poisoning their self because you said all of the council members were poisoned.
Yes, but they were the only ones in the house. They were the ones that cooked and prepared the food, not the servants.
They didn't prepare the wine.
That's true. It could have just. We don't think it was just like spoiled wine. It's clearly poison.
Okay, and the servants at any point in time could have poisoned the wine.
Why would the servants poison and kill specifically Roland? He was beloved.
I mean, obviously they poisoned all of the wine.
And you're saying they would seek to eliminate the entire council? That's blasphemy.
Maybe someone was.
Dump, bump.
Why would they do something?
Why? I don't know, man. There are dissonance in every fucking culture.
Yeah, I'm new here.
I don't think that's. I mean, we could.
You have to keep your options open and wide, brother. You're talking about a situation where we have multiple people poisoned.
So
who in their right mind would poison themselves?
That's been the problem. That's the reason we haven't found any of the culprits, because if it was obviously one of them that.
How many servants work this house on a regular basis, and which ones would have been here the day prior and that morning?
I'll have to find that information out. We usually don't keep such records. Like I said, servants is not a. Do understand that service amongst the council members is done out of honor. It's not a paid service. These people are volunteering their time. And
Okay, so
think
Yeah, so-
any member of,
Favorite
the,
is
of
just
that
gonna
council
sort
would
Jason,
do
it's like
such a
if you want
thing.
to take out a society, you take out the leadership, and there's too many people involved. Like if everybody's poisoned, I mean, it makes sense. Somebody tried to poison everybody, and they fucked up, and only one person died.
So why would you want to take out your own society?
There's always
You did Spracken say Deutsch?
there's always a bigger fish.
That's a
And
saying.
in this case, I mean,
That's a
quite literally.
phrase. That's a saying. But like, why would you, as sea elves, which you've met these guys so far, they seem fairly peaceful and trusting, want to kill to break down your own government, which
Money,
this guy just said
women,
has been going on for
drugs.
eons here.
I mean, let's be clear. We now know that Gar has returned, and so who's to say that he hasn't?
You told them that information. They were not aware of this as a
Yes,
large.
but I'm just like speaking
society.
hypothetically to Jason. It's like if Gar has returned and somehow got an agent within the city, the easiest way to cripple the city, his organization, and to better attack it, is to take out the leadership.
So
But somebody may have
why here?
show.
So I'm gonna throw you guys a DM bone just for the fun of it. Why did motherfucking Therival decide to let strangers do this investigation and not his own people?
He thinks it's one of his people. Like that's I mean, he explicitly thinks it's one of his people,
Word.
and he doesn't know who to trust of his people, so he's going to trust complete strangers over his own people because he doesn't know which of his people he
Why
can
doesn't
trust.
he trust his own people?
Obviously, because there's some political dissonance going on here,
He
man.
mentioned the political distance. He mentioned that too, but he also mentioned another specific reason.
He found the body.
He was associated with the creature.
He found the body.
He did find the body.
Did he give another reason? I don't. We just talked to the
He
man.
talked about Hagen being able to change their shapes.
Word.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that's why he doesn't trust his own people in addition to the political dissidents, because that's a problem as well.
It could be anybody.
Taking that into
And
context,
you're
too,
telling me the lieutenant didn't think that a Sahagin could infiltrate the
Section
fucking
to say,
servant class of this
a-
society?
Hagen kills a servant, takes their place, poisons the council.
Perhaps, like I said, he's willing to go down that route. You know, but like he clearly didn't to make that suspicion beforehand. You know, did not come in, and yeah, I mean, in that he does it clearly out of some sort of naive innocence because it's just not something he thinks to do. These are not servants that are paid to do things like that. Like his society doesn't operate the way that
Can I request to meet
the above ground society
all
does.
of
There's
the?
not. They're not exchanging goods and currencies here and all that sort of shit. Like they're clearly like a tribal kind of setup.
I want to request to meet all the council members
Okay.
in private.
Well, before that, we should, and before that, while he figures out, who was serving that day, because obviously a servant's gonna be like my main suspicion right now. We need to talk to the owner of this house, the council member that owns the house, because
Also,
they
each
were the
council member-
ones with the most opportunity to poison the wine.
That's true, but why would Antonua do it? She would gain nothing by this. I understand that the council.
We just talked about how there might be a Sahagin in the group. Yeah.
The council's always ruled by the eldest member, and Anchi is the eldest member. So what would they gain by killing Roland, the one who was led to succeed her?
Fayrindus is just going to
investigate.
What if Fayrindus is going to ask Jason to ask him, is the council democratic? Like when they vote on something, is it majority rules?
Well, that's not for me to know. That happens behind closed doors.
Yeah, we don't know what happens. No one knows what happens in the council. Okay, but
maybe they fight it out, dude. Like
fucking fish elf fight club.
Yeah,
I mean, Fayrindus is just going to make the comment that if it is majority rules, then the more people you take out, if you leave just yourself, then you don't have to worry about being
Well,
overruled. I mean,
the members
they
are
were-
elected. The members are elected for sure. To be certain, the members of the council are elected.
It's just
but
a fucking
what they do
WWE
yeah,
match.
what they do behind closed doors is not for the public, and that's for many purposes. I mean, we like I said, don't. It would cause such turmoil to listen to the debates and the different opinions that were half formed and thrown out there.
Yeah, Bayrundus is suspicious of everybody.
I mean, you're free to be. That's fine. As you should be.
Bayrundus is
Anyway.
suspicious of
So
Nevik.
anyway, yeah, you want to go meet
Anyways,
you want to
no.
Sucky. You can go meet Anthony
Yes.
straight up. Fucking yeah.
Wait, what?
He'll ask you to escort you out there to
Make it
Anthony. You know who's going to be in a small room, kind of sitting back, and this is clearly a very old sea elf lady, like straight up, and at the side of you, she kind of recoils a little bit, and she's like, I heard the killers of Emerald were walking the halls of my home, but clearly my request to not see you has
So I'm
been
going to ask,
denied.
does the name Emerald resonate with me at all?
Just gonna hide behind Gargak.
You roll me some history checks, Doug. You tell me, Doug.
History?
You tell me, do you feel it in your soul? Not really, Doug. You're not sure. All you know about is sea turtles.
First off,
dragon turtles were
Didn't kill him. Second off, we're here to try and figure out what's going on within your council. We heard there was a murder. We're kind of doing this community service thing, okay?
I
Community
too have heard.
service.
I too have heard Roland is not fared the sickness as well as the others. It's a shame. Someone else had to be elected. I suspect Ervin more than anyone else. He was the only one who. But why not just wait? I mean, surely 20 years is nothing. Perhaps Sid likes it, your kind, but well, not anymore. He kind of chuckles at this. But I don't see him doing such a thing. He's such a cowardly man.
What?
What?
I didn't say anything about anyone doing nothing. Like
She's accusing someone else already.
Who are you accusing?
So there's the way it's already been explained this shit. The way the council works is it's ruled by the eldest member. You were speaking to the eldest member. The person who was next in succession behind her was a person named Roland, and then there's a person behind that.
Yes, no, and Roland's the one who.
Yeah, Roland is the one who's dead, and the person behind Roland was named Ervin, and that's.
Okay, so that's who she's trying to lay the blame on.
She's saying that, yo, dude, Ervin's the only one who had, like, any fucking gain by Roland's death, but, like, he could have just, like, literally waited, like, 20 years, it would have been a fucking problem. So, and on top of that, he's such a coward, I don't think he would do such a thing.
Okay, let's assume that the reason it was done wasn't out of something to gain within the council.
Why else would you kill a council member? I mean,
Don't you think that the news of of a council member dying, or multiple council members dying, or being poisoned would sow dissonance?
It's certainly put a pause on things, but once we all survive, it's only a matter of time before we proceed.
Who's this? Okay, well, I mean, who's to say this
Will be
isn't?
collected, and the 7 will be restored.
Who's to say this is going to be a one-time dealio?
This has never happened before. I mean,
Things that
perhaps
never
it was
happened
just
before can happen.
Spoiled wine. I mean, the lieutenant's the one who said it was poison. I certainly did feel it was poison, but I've never drank spoiled wine before, so I don't know. I don't believe it. I would not want to live in such suspicion either way.
So anyway, you hosted the party the night everyone got Sick, huh?
I did. It was delightful until the wine was served.
And it was your wine?
It's the same wine that we all share. Supplied by us for the farmers and the harvest of the sea berries. Oh yeah, they got sea berries. That's what they're
I'm
making.
Gargak.
Sea berry wine.
Right, but it was your bottle of wine.
I mean, not just her bottle.
Or do you have like
her like?
do you have
barrel,
like whatever? It was from your batch of wine, yeah?
I mean, she didn't like make it. That's what she's saying. She's saying that this was supplied to her by the farmers. Like this is a shared wine. This is the kind of wine that everybody in the city drinks.
The farmers.
So this is a commie. They are commies.
You got any more?
Straight up, they are socialist commies. This is socialist COs. Just to be clear, these people do not like exchange like currency around. They're just like you got goods. I got
drink
goods,
some of that
this
wine.
shit, right? And they like the Democratic Council. They go
Okay,
off agent.
and you
Where's
serve
that
the
wine?
wine.
Got any more?
Yeah. They're a perfect society. They're utopia. Right?
I like Gargak comment.
Yeah, they did.
You got any more wine of that night?
Do we have any more? I believe there is more left. But at the same time, yeah, I would not dare drink it again. I was sick for at least 3 nights. And did I serve the wine? It was here. It was in a barrel. I mean, it was free for anyone to pour. And we all drank quite a bit before any of us got sick. So, I mean, I don't think the entire barrel was tainted.
Gargak, you want to toast?
It couldn't have been the glasses either. I mean, we kept just refilling the same ones. Someone had to put something in the drinks while we were in the room.
While you were in there.
You understand that?
In every drink?
Look, what I can tell you is, okay,
Wait, do you guys put ice in your wine?
I can tell you what we do.
How does drinking wine underwater work?
It's just like thicker fucking shit. They just got sealed bottles. They just got like fucking straws in. It's the wine bags, man. That's what they got. It's
Wine bags.
They got Capri Suns.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, they got like Capri Sun seashells. They're just sipping out of down here, dude.
Straws that climb.
Yeah, man.
Capri Sun then.
Out of their special fucking clam sippy cups, okay? Jeez.
Oh, clam sippy cups with the clam hand.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Anyway, so she's going to tell us, she's like I'm not sure if I can. I mean, you understand how the food is served here, right? During these festivals. I'm not supposed to discuss what goes on. You're not a council member. It doesn't feel right.
Oh, let me turn on the charm.
We're trying to figure out who
With the
killed your
Sherpa.
fellow.
Why didn't
wait.
it? Wait, it totally feels right.
We're trying to figure out
We're
who
okay.
killed your fellow council member, counselor,
Okay.
Lady, dude,
madam counselor.
madam council. That's right.
We're just hanging out. It's just us.
I feel like me calling her
We're all good.
counselor would be like the most like correct thing to address her as.
Yeah,
Man,
true. This is like, where are you
Lady
rolling this
council.
shit? Are you trying to roll this shit somewhere so we can see it? Because
what? I mean, no. I mean, what am I? I'm in Elorath, and what am I supposed to fucking roll to like
me, What are you trying to do?
fucking get her to like calm down and
Like, she's not like angrily or violent. Shake is the old lady.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much like you can trust us.
Persuasion.
You're over here trying
Let
to,
us
she's
know.
like, yo, I don't want to tell you what's going on behind closed doors, but she just straight up asked if you understood like how the fucking food is served at these festivals, at these feasts.
I mean, no, I don't know how they're served, and also I'm also trying to like tell her like, you know, like I don't care about what goes on.
And she's already told
We're
me
just
that-
here to figure out what's going on and who killed your fellow councilman.
Well, so what she's saying is that the way the food is served is in these barrels, and motherfucking people just get their own drinks, basically, right?
So it's just like full on fucking Golden Corral buffet
Yeah,
style.
yeah, man. Yeah, but you only got 6 people in the
God,
room.
you people claim to be civilized.
I mean, have you ever done white people tacos with like 4 or 5 people in a house? Like that's how you gotta get your board on. Everybody get their plates, just go down the line. Like it's kind of like that, right? So, motherfucking yeah. So everybody got their own drinks. And
Did you say white people tacos?
Hey, white people taco night. You don't know about white people taco night? Anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what white people taco night is. Anyway, motherfucking. So she's like, everybody got their own drinks. We drank for a while. Nobody got sick to begin with. This went on for like hours, and then like eventually we started getting sick. So like whatever this was, she suspects that it was added to the drinks afterwards. That's what she's saying.
But you're saying everyone dishes their own shit.
Yeah.
So they would have had to taint the whole barrel at some point.
Not necessarily. She's like, this is the part where she's a bit hesitant.
What do you mean? What do you mean not
If
necessarily?
everyone makes their own bevs, then no
you're
one
such
has a chance
Such a
to.
charming boy, Nevik. Oh, get out of here with your persuasion.
What do you mean?
Oh, your
Not
persuasion
necessarily.
finally rolled.
Well, so the way we keep from having large arguments is the host always sits alone in a separate room, and one at a time the council comes and they air their grievances, and we discuss them, and this goes on, and at the next feast the next host is separated from the group, and
Aired grievances and
this is what goes on. But
Yeah.
you see how this would allow anyone but me the opportunity to put something in these drinks. Ooh, she's deflecting.
Okay, so you.
but
Okay,
also
so you did it.
So you did it.
no.
I need that barrel.
I believe it's still in the dining room. If it is, if it's not, I'd be surprised. We were told not to touch anything by the lieutenant.
At least he did something right.
Yeah,
He's in there like
Yep.
drinking out of it. Like
you want a drink?
No. So what else should I ask her? I don't know. She
I like that's the tactic. We're just gonna go around to everyone and be like, "You did it," and they're gonna be like, "What?" Like that's no.
Hey,
yourself.
did
You
you do
did
that?
it.
Nah.
I'm the cat. Anyway, so good.
All right. So, but I mean, she basically just said that she would have been the only one with like the opportunity to poison it, right? Like,
She was actually separated away from a whole other room.
so she was separate, so she could not have done it.
That's what she's saying. She's like, look, I was, the one hosting the
Okay,
party.
that's-
So basically, so what happens here is, okay, so you got 2 rooms, right? You got like a dining room where you got
Right, and
like,
it happened later. All right, all
and you got
right.
your
So
food
who?
out, and then
No,
everybody goes there and they get the food, and then this person that hosts the party goes to a separate room and they sit there and they eat their food, and the other people eat their food, and they come in one at a time. And they talk to them, they air their grievances, and that's it. They leave eventually. And after after they all, are gone and
So-
air their grievances, everybody does their
Which of the council members made the quickest recovery?
shit. Likely Dareville. He was the youngest, so I believe he did. I was out for 3 days, so I'm not sure. By the time I woke up, I'd heard everyone had recovered though, except for poor Roland, of course.
Poor Roland. Yeah. Then you had nothing to do with it.
Sure, you sus old lady.
Yeah.
Totally don't trust any fucking body ever.
First off, I don't trust any of these CLs. I'm glad that I waved and did all the charismatic
Just say
shit.
this
but
shit out loud. I don't trust any of these CLs. I'm fucking just like racist shit against these CLs.
Terrible
Like,
guy.
fuck these CLs.
Soon as, so that means he either didn't consume the wine or didn't consume
not racist
as
shit.
much.
This side is insane. And leaving someone
I don't
alone
know.
in the room,
You
they
don't
can just stab
instantly
you in the
get
throat.
sick when you're poisoned.
I mean, they're also socialist CLs. I mean, what do you fucking want from me, man? Of course they're fucking like.
I can stab you in the fuck.
Yeah, they're a little weird in their ways, man.
Let me introduce you to a little concept called capitalism.
It just completely ruined CF society. What is this? So what if I told you I would give you more sea clams for your fucking stack of fucking sea berries than I would that farmer over there? What do I care about the sea clams? Well, see, you can use the sea clams to buy this other shit. Fuck off! Get out of here! Stab him! Kill him now! The one council member is like, all right, now I have to uphold the sacred.
What you have to do is centralize your currencies.
I would fucking uphold the sacred duty and take them down. But anyway, yeah. So this is this old lady's basically explain to you what's going on behind council doors, and why that makes her, not a culprit. I mean, if you believe her or you don't, that's on you, or up to you. I'm just saying that that's.
Well, I mean, I don't know about these shape-changey things, so I don't even know where to begin to look to see if she might be one.
You're free
Wait to check.
ask her.
You want me to poke her?
that may be a manner. Are you gonna like attack her?
I just need a blood sample. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it with this hot piece of metal, and if it jumps, then...
Wait a minute. We can't duck them with the water. They're already in the ocean. So yeah, I mean, you guys can tell me. You haven't asked us anything about this lady about the Saugans or anything like that.
Well, I mean, I don't know how to begin to ask about the Sahagins, because this is the first I've heard of the Sahagins.
Yeah.
Hey, lady, you know about those changey people who can just change into anything?
She seems kind of confused by this changey people. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're.
Socanese.
Socanese. No.
Saggy knees.
Succanese.
Saganese.
It started with an F. Man, hang on.
Sausages.
and I know that.
Sausages.
Sausages.
No.
Okay. You mean the Sahagins? Yes, the vile beast. They've plagued Overland for quite some times. And you refer to the Miltani. Not all of the Sahagin can change shape and take on any appearance, but there are a few born with a rare mutation, the Miltani, and they can shift like a chameleon to any colors. Some of them grow quite old and talented, and there are rumors that they can impersonate people. I can't say I've ever seen it, but it's been said. There's suspicion amongst the council members that this has happened before. Yeah.
There's suspicion in this very room.
Yeah, oh man. Well, you might be a Meltani fucking guys right now. Da-da-da. She draws her pearls a little bit closer.
I don't know you. You don't know me.
That's my purse. Well, I mean, we don't know anything about the Sahagin or like.
You don't know anything about anything right now,
All you
man.
Except
need to
they
know
cha-
is that
change
if you get
shapes.
too close to them and their lands, they will pick your bones clean.
What?
Okay, so entertain the I.
No, if
So
I have bones.
it was only the council in the entire house. Yeah, no chance that anyone else was there.
No one else would dare be here. I mean, and we would see them. It's a small home. You see around you. And it is fairly small. It's not like 3 or 4 rooms here. This isn't like a lavish place.
Yes, you would certainly see them. And then I don't know if I should do another stealth check to try to like dip into one of the rooms.
I mean, she's an old lady. It's not like she's like gonna fucking go try to find you and or got great eyesight anyway.
But am I supposed to keep eyes on this old lady while the other people investigate everybody else, or?
That's on you, man. If you want to like hold these people at gunpoint, that's fine too.
Nevik, you gotta get like cardboard stand-ins so that when you sneak away, you can just leave one behind.
Damn. Hello.
I'm doing like
Um.
the Buddy Christ pose.
Just the thumb
Yep.
and the wink.
I mean, she said she was locked away in a room, and then everyone got sick later. So I really don't have any reason to suspect her at this point. Who do you think? Who does she think? Or I guess, who do you think might have poisoned everyone?
Oh yeah, she already straight like fucking accused this dude.
Oh yeah, the guy below
Yep.
him. Yeah, okay. So I guess he's the guy that we need to go talk to next.
True, but do be gentle. Like I said, Ervin's a coward. He's the only one I can logically think that would have anything to gain from this, but like I said, 20, 30 years max. It's not as if Roland was to live that much longer than me.
Don't worry, I'm gonna point at Gargak. He's the embodiment of gentle.
I don't believe that deception.
Flex.
He's not wrong. 20 years is nothing for the long-lived.
Yeah, right? Like, this is like, could have waited 2 weeks, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you gonna kill a bro over that, dude?
My life.
That's a pretty good deception roll. I would trust it with my life. Oh man! All right. So if you guys want to interview Eric,
You know the saying that if you give your pet an egg, they'll take care of it because they know it's fragile.
like this guy. My claw. It's like a teddy bear, but I wanted to be. Don't worry about it. All right. So you guys want to interview this Arabian guy, or you want to fucking kill this old lady, or
I ain't trying to kill none of these people, man.
Try to find a Sahagin and like befriend it and see what's going on. I mean,
Damn.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
I'm definitely suspecting that there is some Sahagin shenanigans going on here.
I mean,
Shrug.
I just work here.
But as I do not have any actual knowledge of what a Sahagin is.
The real murder mystery solution is that the guy that accidentally poisoned himself to death is the guy trying to get. That's what he's like. He's like, goddamn, it's back.
Maybe you just drank too much.
Yep.
I was trying to kill the old lady,
Yeah.
and I ended up killing myself.
Goddamn. Exactly. Yeah.
Damn it!
I don't know, man. Since
Chaos
everyone got
ensues.
poisoned, I don't know like who in their fucking right mind's gonna poison themselves.
A person
It was
who's
an accident.
dude.
I mean, I don't think anybody killing anyone is in their right mind.
Also, that's actually a thing that's happened. I mean, like, that's been a trope since Sherlock Holmes of, and even before, is that you poison both glasses, but you take the antidote, or you've made yourself resistant. I mean, that is a trope throughout literature and history, is that you poison everybody, including yourself, but you take the antidote so you don't die.
What's that shit from The Princess Bride?
Iocane powder.
You fool!
Yeah.
Never make a.
Iocane powder. And he didn't have an antidote, but he had spent years building up his tolerance for
They
it.
were swapping the drink back and forth. Great
Yep.
shit.
That's iocane powder.
He's like, oh.
Never make a deal with a death with a Sicilian.
Yeah.
Never bargain with the Sicilian when death is on the line.
Yeah. Man, damn! Look at you.
Princess Bride's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Fuck, damn. I have to have like a match up with this motherfucker.
Kudos, kudos.
I love that movie.
So yeah, there's like several other council members you can interview. You
Yeah.
can,
Kill them all and
do
let
it
Death sort them out.
Or yeah, you can just kill them all, or you know. whatever you wanna do.
We solved your murder problem.
That's
We
I
killed
killed
all of
everybody.
them.
that would be more of a me
So there,
role. And
we're the council members now.
We guarantee you that we got the murderer.
Don't worry
It's
about it. One of them is
it's us.
I promise you, it won't happen
100%
again.
success rate.
The name is Mirandus. I judge you to all be guilty.
I am now the fucking, you know, thing.
I'm the captain now.
So
I'm the captain.
Right
Look at
now,
me.
right now it's 11, and we can pick up on the second council member, or we can continue doing it. It's up to you
I
guys.
think we should pick up on the murder mystery next week.
All right.
Just start.